Oh, hello. Oh my god. Wait, yeah, my mic is working. How's it going? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of confusion over the stream title. I can't tell if people don't know what drama I'm referring to, or if people have never conceived the possibility of godly plaps. If it's the second, I feel bad for you. If it's the first, I guess you'll find out. How's it going? Oh man, I've been putting off the what is it, Deme? The Deme drama for a fucking while. Just because it's so disparate and it's like hard to piece it all together. But Mugen has posted a video about it. So I think it's finally time to go through. I've had a look at little bits here and there about this stuff, and it looked really fucking funny. But yeah, I think the core narrative is probably wrong, right? She didn't get railed live. Hence the question mark. Again. Let me give you the key to Dicker's stream titles, alright? If it's in the title without a question mark, yeah, that's probably my opinion. If it's there with a question mark, that's the way that I get out of slander, okay? Yes, there we go. Did you know Nuxtaku was on Roseanne Barr 6 days ago? Yeah, I did know about that. I went and had a look. I went and had a look at that. It just didn't seem very interesting. Like, the most interesting thing you can say about it is that Nuxtaku was on a podcast with one of the most famous female comedians of all time, and she introduces him by calling him a genius. It's just... Damn, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of fucking insane. Probably an internet moment of all time for Nuxtaku. But yeah, the entire podcast, I couldn't be fucking arsed. It's just them talking about, like, Jews and how hard it is to be Jewish and stuff. You know. They talk about the bigotry, right? They talk about the discrimination. They never touch on the financial benefits. I don't think they're giving both sides of the story there. It's an incredibly biased recounting. Queeman spent far too long on the topic. Oh, I think I saw a couple of clips of Queeman talking about the girl getting godly plaps. Yeah. I think I've seen... after I liked that clip, I got a ton of those tweets on my feed. And so we'll probably be going through a little bit of that as well. I don't know what Mugen's going to hang on. Because I would usually expect Mugen as like a lefty, pro-woman like creator. That seems to be his bread and butter. I would expect him to probably side on the side of Deme, right? Except for the fact that he didn't side on the side of the women during the Marvel Rivals drama. The vibe that I get from Mugen is that he might have some like personal values that are like lefty coded, but a lot of it just does genuinely seem to be like virtue signaling a lot of the time, you know? Because then when you've got a story that is fundamentally rooted in, I don't want to get too fucking soy, okay? Literally, just take, this isn't like a political or like a social fucking comment, okay? Take this as a true blue fucking drama comment, alright? When a drama is just like largely founded in retarded fucking like misogyny, then he goes full fucking throat for it. Because Mugen just reports on whatever's the popular sentiment. So I guess we'll see which way he goes. You know? We'll see which way he goes. Only time that this guy ever tried, do not forget it, to actually handle a story on his own, and he embarrassingly fucking fumbled it. I think, did he eventually take that video down? And then issued some kind of, was it an apology? Was it a response? Yeah. Yeah, he completely fucking bungled it. But here we are. There we go. He's wherever the wind blows. That seems to be the way. It does legitimately seem to be the way. Very shame. Big shame. Very shame. Fuck me. I want to open up, okay? I want to open up, by, you know, Hengist has asked for a little bit of attention, okay? He does a lot of really good stuff during the streams, okay? I shout him out, I call him my top guy pretty fucking frequently, okay? Whenever I'm asking, is this a real tweet? Can somebody find that? Wait, hold on, can somebody get me the clip? I'm not talking to somebody, okay? I'm not talking in general. I'm talking to one man in particular. And that usually ends up being Hengist, alright? So I want to give a huge appreciation to it, alright? Huge appreciation. And, you know, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a better idea of who is Hengist CSGO. So he put this in the inbox earlier, okay? I wish I could knock out some of my haters like this man did right here. A little bit of classic Kodiak snark. Okay. 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 So, Kodiak is theorizing or fantasizing violent, violent things. Violent things about the his haters online. I've heard reportedly, from my other top guy, Sylvie Editing, that, this tweet might have been in relation to me and Hengus. Initially, he was threatening to report us to the police, and now I think he might actually be coming to the UK to do something dangerous to us, which, is a shame. It is a big shame. But I noticed that this tweet didn't get very many interactions. All right? A very small account. Nobody knows who the fuck Kodiak is, nor his fucking haters, okay? Weirdly, as you scroll down, I did notice one comment in particular caught my eye. One comment in particular caught my eye. Where is it? Spazzy Azzy. You couldn't knock out a good wank, you fucking fairy. Lamau. So I send this into the inbox in response to Hengus. You can go and verify all of this if you want to join the Discord. ! Discord of the chat if you want to hop in there, okay? So I ask Hengus, is this you? He clarifies and says, you got me. Which is pretty interesting, okay? Not only is he admitted to having an alt account just to fucking snark and insult his ops, he's also admitted to a little bit more than that. Because if you go onto this account... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What have we got here? Oh, dear. What have we got here? So, first of all, the least interesting part of this is that Hengus has been lying about his age. 30 years old. Hello. And then also, in addition to that, just a trans bean that likes to chill out, vibing, hang with my folk, and I'm no great at making new pals, cause I'm shy. We know where you are, bro. We've got your fucking alt account right now, and we will be mining this over the next few days to see exactly what Hengus is doing in his off time. You think that his open profile is top 2% of VTubers? We're going to be investigating this one even more, okay? It is not looking good at all. Yeah, but we just wanted to give that little bit of appreciation at the beginning of stream, okay? Thank you very much. Face docs. Bro, what the fuck is this? Okay, it's in MP4. Fantastic. That means I can show it on screen. Alright, nice. Where are we? Can I open it up in my browser? I should be able to. Yeah? Okay.
It's a little bit wee windy up here in Scotland today. Alright, bottle of Buckfast, let's get it down.
Okay. I don't think we need any more of that, do we? Oh my fucking god. If you don't know what Bucksfast is like really fucking sweet, like liquor, or like liqueur, I guess, that Scottish people drink to be performative. Like, in the same way that they eat haggis, you know? It's just to be able to, like, appear different. We need more. Okay, we don't need any more. Thank you very much, Angus, for your contribution to the stream. Hugely appreciate it. Oh, look at me, man. Jesus Christ. I just met a Scottish person today. Well done, Remnant. Well done. Very well done. Wreck the Who's Juice. Is that what you call it? The Who's Juice. Yeah, okay. Amazing stuff. What a fantastic culture. We love it, you know. People oftentimes, you know, they associate purely the UK with England, which is untrue. We've got a variety of nations and cultures here. I'm glad that we can also celebrate the great diversity of our country. Whose is in who? Is in house. The house juice. Okay, yeah, it's incomprehensible. Alright, incomprehensible to me. I heard the British people hate the Scots. Yeah, we do. We do. Hengus is alright, though. He's one of the good ones. Alright, nice. Is that Bug Squander? Is that Bug Squander? Yeah, that's also a bug squander face, dogs. That's right. Yeah. Also, Remnant, while you're here, I do need to remember to say, so I did see that Anthony Gramuglia posted a response to Remnant's video. Okay, we went through Remnant's video that he made in response to Anthony Gramuglia. I think it is only fair that we also go over the Anthony Gramuglia one in response. Okay? Now, whether we're going to do that tonight, whether we're going to do that another time, we'll figure it out, okay? But we will be going through it at some point, all right? We will be going through it at some point. Maybe we can get Remnant on at the same time to talk through a few of the points. Now, I think I've probably had about... I've exchanged about as many messages with Remnant as I have with Anthony. Actually, probably more messages with Anthony, but, you know, different dramas, different times. I'm probably, admittedly, okay, slightly more partial to Remnant than I am to Gramuglia. Or Gramuglia. Gramuglia, right? I agree with Gramuglia on politics more than I do with Remnant, so, you know, a lot of fucking things, you know. It is what it is. Dickers, can you send me the export of your email playlist to my email? Okay. I will, okay? Send me an email, dickersdv@gmail.com, and I'll send it over to you. But, you know, so we'll have a look. I'd like to see what you think. You're entertained either way. I'm watching it tomorrow. Oh, so you haven't even watched it yet. Okay. Well, it should be interesting. The difficulty is, with these really fucking long response videos, is that Remnant's response to Anthony Gramuglia... so Remnant's original video was something like 40 minutes, and then Gramuglia's response is 90 minutes, and then Remnant's response to Gramuglia's response to Remnant's video is like 80 minutes, and now Gramuglia's video is 80 minutes. So, yeah, there we are. So we're not going to be fucking going over it all, and the problem that it does run into, okay, is you start to lose a lot of fucking details. So you need to be able to give some kind of response to give it an adequate reaction. Probably go and, like, you know, familiarize myself with the original video. Okay, what was Remnant saying in there? Okay, let's go across. So, yeah, we'll see. Just because I understand that these guys are going to be adding a little bit more to their original points. And so you want to be able to give that a little bit of grace. And acknowledge the fact that they're trying to compress it into, like, similar time periods. So I know for a fact that Gramuglia doesn't address all of the points in Remnant's video. But then I'd also expect that Remnant would not also address all of the points in Gramuglia's video. You know? Yeah, we'll see. He said I dragged you into the mud with me. Wait, really? Wait. I know that he said that about harmful opinions. I didn't realize that he said that about me. Did he actually? I know that I get a little inclusion. I do get a little shout out in Gramuglia's response. Anthony Gramuglia. Hold on.
It's fitting.
Is it the tragic downfall of Remnant? Is that where I'm getting to? Hold on. Where the fuck is the bit where he's talking about harmful opinions? Oh my god, here we are. Yeah. Harmful opinions. Let's go.
Someone else for that.
Well, believe it or not, guys, it gets worse from here. It actually gets worse from here. You thought that was the lowest point? No, it gets even worse. Even Anthony from a year ago would tell you not to listen to the things the present Anthony has to say. Because guess what? I did a little bit of digging, and I found that he actively dismisses and disregards other people's opinions for far less than what happened with Otterly Noah. I'll show you what I mean. Harmful Opinions made a video reacting to Anthony, and it was hilarious. I found it really funny. And when this was brought to his attention, people said that Anthony should respond to harmful opinions. But instead, Anthony decided to blow him off and say that his opinion shouldn't be taken seriously. Why? Because he fumbled up coverage about Mudahar. Mind you, Harmful Opinions quickly corrected his mistakes, and he apologized for it. But according to Anthony, messing up one time about something that is pretty basic gives you the right to dismiss their opinions and say that they shouldn't be taken seriously.
Wait a second. Are you saying the reason Harmful Opinions was so ass mad about my video is because a year ago on Twitter, I said I wouldn't respond to an at the time year-and-a-half-old reaction video because he did something stupid one time. Something which, by the way, I don't even remember what he did. I'll be honest, I have no memory of what Harmful Opinions said about Mudahar. That's how irrelevant it was to me. Did you really sit with this for a year, dude? It was a tweet. Get the fuck over it. Oh wait, is that why your channel imploded, the Mudahar thing? I mean, it would have been around the same timeline. Man, that's gotta suck. As Remnant continues talking, it becomes clear he doesn't really care about Noah. He doesn't really care about any of that, really. He just...
Okay, right. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, I just wish there was a little bit something there. Like, I was hoping for fucking fireworks. I was hoping for dynamite. I was hoping for explosions. And unfortunately, I just sit through it and it's like, yeah. Okay. Okay. I thought he did. He did make a reference to drama streamers who were talking about it at the time. So he flashes up, I think, A-Space, Himpleton, and then me who were talking about it as well. So I do get a mention. You know, I do get a mention. That's true. But I guess we'll have to see. Wait, hold on. Jimmy was doing a fucking a ranking of the shirts. No fucking way. Oh my god, this is not really doing very well for my case, is it? Not doing very well for my fucking case at all. So Jimmy is doing the fucking ranking of my shirts here. And then I've got somebody fighting for me in the trenches. The Trough Live. Rare Jimmy L. These shirts look banging, except the rugby shirt. Yeah, alright. Okay. Okay. It's not even a rugby shirt. That's the fucking... It's not even a fucking rugby shirt. Alright, never mind. Zero mentioned in the transcript. Your grapes. Oh, you're talking about the Remnant video. Or the Anthony Gramuglia video. Yeah, I don't get any mentions in the transcript. But he does call me out and say that I, largely agreed with it. I did agree with the points of it. I was critical of others, but, in fairness, we'll give it a full response at some point. We'll see what we think. Listen, Remnant may be a liar and an unprincipled grifter. We will have to see. But yeah, that'll come with time, I guess. You just know Teddy Fresh is going to steal this concept. Eventually, Teddy Fresh steals all concepts. It's not like they've got designers, is it? It's not like they've got designers. Alright, fantastic stuff. Okay. This is a little bit of drama that I wanted to get to before we actually started the stream, so I've got a few clips here. Am I going to go through the full, I guess I'll say, because people have been sending this to me, I am aware as well of the Food Shops thread that got made. That goes through all of the evidence that Food Shops was not just a no map, but possibly a map. May have been texting, sexting with a 17-year-old. Personally, I think if you put the timeline together, it does seem to be pretty clear that Food Shops did know that Aiko was 17 when they were exchanging sex back and forth. But, yeah, we'll have a look at that as well. We'll have a look at that. Actually, fuck it. Do we want to go through the entire thing now? I guess I'll give some preliminary thoughts on it. Although I know that more information is being brought to the forefront as time goes on, okay? So people are still digging, people are still piecing stuff together. I think the morale is building like a bigger case. But, we'll take a look at that as well. Couple clips that I wanted to get into first. So, we've got 3 doozies. And one of them is relating to pedophilia, so we've got that going for us, alright? Nice, let's go. Dude, I fucking saw this earlier. Made me laugh.
And he said
Oh no, Pixel hits a caster after throwing his vape.
that we need to focus on comms.
I don't, Chad. This one
what,
is from the...
What is
oh,
happening
hell
on
no,
the
I
map.
don't
We
need
know
this
what
at
they
all.
are doing. It's about making plans with each
I don't know why, but every single time that I see a clip of this guy, he's doing some fucking dumb shit. Like, he's making himself look like a fucking clown. I don't know what's going on here. All I want to know is, why the fuck is this vape so big? It's like a fucking grenade. Is this reusable or what? I know that in America they've got much fucking bigger vapes, and the nicotine percentage is way fucking higher as well. What the fuck is
We
this?
know what they are doing. It's about making plans with each other and doing what is expected.
This is kind of the, one thing I was bringing up is your guys' run through stage 3. Like, this isn't to take anything away. Wasn't the hardest opponents?
No, it's the guy on the left. Scheiße. He's looking
Yo, Remnant, thank you for the 149 super sticker. A purple cat. Thank you.
fine right now. Let's analyze. Please tell me he's fine. I mean, he said he's fine, but I don't know if he's lying to me.
Qui était bien défendu. Le B, par contre, était lock à fond. Je viens de prendre un à fond.
Sorry! Yo! No, sorry, bro. Sorry. Oh my god.
Bon, je viens de me prendre un truc dans la gueule, nickel.
Oh my. Guys,
Clocks him right at the back of the fucking head.
please. We are on live. No! Look at my bum ass on the right.
Dude, the fucking best bit of that clip is that some of the fucking, some of the crew are getting in trouble for it after the fact as well. You've got the fat guy over here, suddenly breaks character, starts speaking in French. We are live. Starts shouting at some fucking stagehand. Oh, that's the fucking best part of it, man. That's the best part of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, literally no drama going on there, alright? Just thought that clip was really fucking funny. I don't even know what this actually is. I don't know. Is it some kind of fucking esports event? Probably something to do with CSGO that I don't give a fuck about, in all reality, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody sent this to me. Dude, I thought that the Tectone Daily account would just be utter fucking glaze. 24/7. 7 days a fucking week. I thought that it was an account that had been created to, like, you know, push Tectone out there, now that Rumble has got basically no fucking discoverability. Nobody's coming over to the fucking streams, right? I didn't realize that it was a snark page as well. Tectone's heart breaks after seeing the reaction Lucari's chat has to him typing in there. I was the only motherfucker who had Lucari's back. I put my career on the line defending him from pedophilia allegations, and his chat still doesn't like me.
Oh, look, Lucari's back.
The good thing about League is we get to play this game.
I didn't even realize at the time that Tectone was carrying water for Lucari during the fucking allegations. Literally why? There was no exonerating evidence at the time. And even the stuff that's come out since is, okay, we'll just say it's distinctively lacking, okay? Distinctively fucking lacking.
41 sub month. Hold up. I'm gonna do my resub. Welcome.
There is one
back, dude.
about League of Legends.
Glad to see you gaming again. Have a good stream. Cause I'm such a good guy.
Welcome back, dude.
Cause I'm such a good guy. There you go.
Have a good stream.
Yep.
Tectone! Hey, Tectone!
Fuck off. Yikes!
Yo, Tectone!
Bold.
What up, baby?
Who?
Hey, Tectone, think of the 40 buff resub, bro.
Dude, he's getting a shit ton of fucking ooze. Holy fuck. Literally nobody was out there defending Lucari. Literally fucking nobody. But even if Tectone shows his face in any Twitch chat, that's about the response he's expecting to get.
What a good dude.
Tectone.
And I still get ill.
Yeah, I'm back.
It is kind of fucking crazy. Because you know, this isn't just Tectone extending like, well, I'm glad you're back, dude. I'm glad to see you doing well. This is an official invite into the fucking Lolicon Mafia. That's what's going on there, you know? He wants to pull Lucari. He wants to pull Lucari into the orbit, you know? Rapist, Tectone. Pedophile facilitator. We're very clear. Nuxtaku. Straight up pedophile chibi reviews, okay? He wants Lucari to become one of us. That's right. They're basically their only inroad into the fucking Twitch ecosystem. They want him to be one of them. And he instantly, well, I feel like he's not taking that offer. Let's be fucking real. Lucari might be widely known as a pedophile, but he will not be widely known as a Tectone associate. That's even worse.
Still get ill. Insane.
Guess what? We're about to go play a little bit of League of Legends.
I still get ill. As the only motherfucker who has Lucari's back, I still get ill. Imagine that. Brother. I put my fucking career on the line.
Let's be fucking... what career? Literally, what fucking career? Did any clips of Tectone go around at the time showing that he was defending Lucari? What fucking career, man? I didn't see any of this. I would like to have a fucking badge as a Tectone A-log, alright? I would like to carry that fucking card. I have no fucking clue that he waded into this drama. What career, man?
Defending this motherfucker.
Literally, how irrelevant do you have to be that you will defend somebody who's widely regarded as a pedophile with one of the biggest dramas that happened on Twitch in years? And nobody knows. Nobody's got any clue that you're defending the fucking lolly.
From pedophile allegations, and that chat still doesn't like me.
It's crazy as well, because even fucking Tipster defending Vosh from the lolly allegations when that all popped off, he got notoriety off that. He got a lot of fucking hate, okay? Let's be fucking real. But he still got people talking about him, saying his fucking name, roping him into the fucking drama.
It's insane. Whatever, dude. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I'm sure. This guy's so fucking sensitive. I mean, to be fair, you can't go in... Basically, Tectone could go into any chat room. Probably even Asmongold's at this point and still get shit on. It is pretty fucking rough out there for him. It's pretty fucking rough. It's also... You've got to imagine from Lakari's point of view, it is fucking awful. It is fucking awful that the guy trying to cash in credibility for defending you at the time is Tectone. Oh. Ugh. Is there an allegation that Tectone didn't fucking sweep for? Legitimate question. Can you think of an allegation that Tectone actually believed? I mean, you've got the Rich Campbell stuff, which turned out to not be true. Or at least there wasn't enough evidence to be able to prove it, right? It wasn't an allegation that held a lot of water. He boosted that one up really fucking hard, despite being friends with Rich Campbell at the time. Right? Completely sold him down the fucking river. Yo, let's go. Simpman with the 10 gifted memberships over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Yeah, when a song got any kind of allegation, that's true. He will boost those up into the fucking end. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I mean, it's just a transparent, like, grab for fucking clout. I don't think anybody could possibly respect it, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking shameless. It's shameless. And it's got to be even worse from Lakari's point of view, because he knows that he did that as well. He knows that he did that. He probably knows that the report that came out doesn't really exonerate him about nearly as much as he's pretending that it is, right? Oh, damn. Okay, tacky. Yeah. Well, allegations. I was going to get your support regardless. I'm pretty sure that Nick DiOrio could have crazy rape allegations come out about him. And no matter what the credibility is, Tectone would still jump on that to try and defend Nick. You know? Basically any drama guy, anybody with any kind of fucking influence, he will always jump on it, no matter what. Fuck me. Okay. Last little crumb. Then we'll get on to the starter. Then we'll get on to the main. Alright. Oh, fuck me. Is there any way to get you to stream on Rumble just to bully Tectone? I don't think so. I don't think so. What the worst thing that I could possibly have, right? There are a lot of memes, a lot of names that you can be called in streaming, okay? But Rumble streamer is possibly the worst thing to have associated with you. No, I don't think so. Dude, the fucking funniest thing would be is going on Rumble, exploiting the easy bot systems there.
You're getting too big for your
getting more viewership than Tectone. Fucking outbot him there. And have that as a stream on time. That would be quite fun. That would be very, very fun. Unfortunately, we'd have a bunch of fucking Rumble chatters in here at the same time, though. But thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Nice. Okay, I'm going to mute them just while all the memberships roll through. But again, super appreciate it. All right. A little bit more shit drama. So I saw this just before going live. Kodiak has come out and officially announced that one of his chatters has been swatted, apparently. I'm upset beyond measure. You can't come after me, so you go after my people. Swatting is unacceptable. If this person gives any information that has to do with a single one of my haters or ex-mods, I will find out. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about there. They will get legal action if it is connected to me in any way. You endangered children. Regardless of what happens on X, you should never do this. I've spoken with my federal buddies as well. He's been caught and the man is from New Jersey. I will have the information and I will do something about this. Here's the story. She even posted it. As I stated before, she has my full support. Get this post viral. She deserves that. Why? Why? First of all, okay, I would say as the creator with some kind of proximity towards somebody, if they're getting swatted, you should never fucking say that or confirm that online, surely, right? Because that means they've got the correct job, the correct address, the correct name, obviously, right? You're confirming all of that shit, and you're giving them the attention they want. Today, an idiot called the account I work... Today, an idiot called the department I work, claiming I was LARPing being a cop and holding my kids at gunpoint. I was with 4 other deputies. Thank God the dispatch supervisor knows me and made sure my kids are safe. The caller was a young father from New Jersey. He faces prison. Yeah, I'm sure that's just not like some kind of spoof details, right? I'm sure that's not some kind of spoof details. Yeah. I mean, well, I guess we'll have to see. But I just don't know why you'd be boosting that shit up. You know? I've actually got no clue. But let's see what Kodiak had to say about it.
So, I was streaming, and I found out that one of my fans, who's been a really great supporter of mine, recently got swatted. And it's absolute horseshit. I get it. The internet doesn't like me right now because I'm standing up for Chibi a lot. And
oh my god, I didn't even fucking remember that. I completely forgot about that shit. Yes, okay. Oh my fucking god. I don't know why you do this. As a small creator, when KF has already got their fucking eyes on you, why are you going for a fucking Chibi reviews clout grab, man? Literally fucking why? I mean, it's to the point where it's so fucking risky. Okay. It's still wrong, okay? Doxing, swatting, all of that stuff, that's still wrong. What the fuck do you think you're getting involved in, though? Like, he's beefed with KF in the past, he's clearly got some kind of fucking death wish. But at the same time, why make it so public you're supporting Chibi? There is literally no fucking point of it either. You're like a teeny tiny shitter who's got no fucking voice of their own. You can't lend any kind of support. Why would you try and get in the Chibi orbit at this point?
the internet doesn't like me right now because of some past threads that have been made. And I also understand that my old mod team and a couple of its members hold a grudge. But swatting is an unacceptable and evil practice. So stop swatting my fucking people. Now the good news here with this swatting attempt is that the guy got caught. And if I find out it's in any relation to me, he will be getting additional charges. And I'm
literally how? What do you mean? What do you expect the police department to say? Well, of course, you know, making a false report to a police department, that's illegal, you know, that's illegal. Using it for the purposes of harassment, that's illegal as well. Oh, and of course, you know, having some kind of relation to Kodiak VT, well, that's the charge that really sticks, you know? That's the felony that's really going to put you in jail for a long time. What are you expecting to happen, man?
I'm not even going to play. I'm not even playing with this. Not even in the slightest. I'm not even playing. Nope. Not even playing a little bit. Y'all need to stop. Opinions on the internet should not be resulting in you endangering children and families. That is...
Swatters, doxers, pedophiles, murderers, thieves, heed my call, okay? It's time to stop, guys. It's time to stop. We've had enough. We've had enough of your swatting, your doxing, your murdering, your pedophilia, and your thieving. I'm telling you to stop. Okay. What do you think this is gonna fucking achieve? What's happened here is that somebody in his community has allegedly, they claim, you know, received some kind of swatting against them. And then he's using that to, like, flip it into some kind of weird fucking clout thing. He wants them to go viral for some fucking reason. I actually don't know why. I don't know if he went viral last time when Vex MLK tweeted out some email that's reportedly from him, but included his, like, real name. He claimed that was doxing, And last time that happened, he was able to get on side-scrollers. Got a feature on Asmongold's stream as well. And I'm guessing that drove him a lot of traffic. Put him on the fucking map. And so now he's trying to do it again? I actually don't know what the fucking motivation is here. But I think that is probably it, realistically. Right? He just knows that complaining, bitching, moaning, crying, giving attention to online harassment is just a freeway ticket to be able to, I don't know, get on side-scrollers again? Maybe?
Fucked.
Yo, Remnant with the 5. Thank you very much. This reminds me of when Chris Chan told the internet to stop, and that really worked. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's just been such an effective strategy in the past. Dude, they must have fucking patched it. I don't know.
That is evil. All because you can't shut me up. Crystal, I am sorry for what happened to you. And if it is a result of something that I did, I deeply, deeply apologize. And I am sorry that this did happen to you. And I'm sorry that it happened to your kids. And I'm sorry that it happened to your husband. I am making that apology blunt.
Uh-huh.
I will not apologize, though, on behalf of whoever did this, though. You were...
Okay, nice. I'm not going to apologize on behalf of the swatter. Yeah, I don't imagine so. Alright, fab. Dude, this can't be a fucking meta. This can't be a meta that fucking develops in, like, small VTuber streaming. Like, all of these people, I don't really know, they're like, I guess they're just, like, new flags? Who don't really know how any of this shit works. Like, it feels very ACC to me, you know? Everybody is slightly fucking autistic, mostly antisocial. They spend all of their time in these fucking circles, like, sucking each other off about how much they love Asmongold. And then they've just got no, like, idea about how to reasonably deal with any of the shit that goes on. And they will signal boost when somebody's dox has happened, for example. Or they'll signal boost swatting claims and stuff like that. I literally don't know why you fucking would, man. I've got no fucking clue. Alright, there we go, though. I feel like he shouldn't know she has a kid and husband and her first name, given what happened. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. And to the person who did do the swatting, or possibly, right, the group that organized it, they've just got a direct confirmation that all the information they used was correct. She did work for that police department, they did get the right name, and they've got information about her correct as well. And then, he's given an extra incentive, because if something like this happens to his community again, they've got a guaranteed clip that they can post on QB Farms. Again, why would you fucking do it, man? I don't fucking know. Oh. Did you see Parry asked Beckett to confirm if a lolly page is lolly or not? I did not see that. No, I've got no clue what you're talking about, but yeah. That's about the fucking Kodiak stuff. Oh, fuck me. The bear that goes raw. That's him. That's our guy. Right there. I'm sorry, my lady. Insert docs here. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's have a gander then. Are you going to cover the Parry mod drama? There's no way that's a real thing. Are you actually asking me to look at the Parry mod drama? It's in the Parry-Jimmy debate towards the end. Parry and Jimmy had a debate. Alright, I feel like I'm massively out of the loop. Fuck me, we can't do this again. We can't fucking do this again. We can't do this again. Every time there is a slight drama drought, you guys go fucking insane with the inter-community drama. Parry has asked Beckett to confirm if it was a lolly page or not. Is this in relation to the Brandon Buckingham stuff? Where Parry was talking about the lolly that he was liking on Twitter? Is this what we're fucking talking about? It's on Jimmy's stream, please. Okay. What's the runtime? And then I'll think about it. To let me know what the fucking runtime of the debate is, and then I might think about it. I'm bored, please. Everyone fight, Lamau. No, okay. Don't everyone fight. Everyone look for new topics and stuff to fucking talk about. Oh my god. Why do I sleep on this? Why? Because it sounds like nothing. Because it sounds like nothing. Also, did Soul beat Queeman up? Okay. Are you just realizing this now, Dan? This is like months old drama that got confirmed all the way back in, was it February? April? Something like that? Yes. Soul Skibbity did in fact start beating up Queeman. Yes. Okay. Alright, fantastic. Hold on. Lots of Uganda. What are we looking at? Jimmy Zero. Nobody's given me the runtime of the debate. Yeah, okay. Purple Parry Gaming debate. Oh no, Purple Parry Gaming debate. Yeah, okay. Okay. Never mind. I might have a look at that. Nobody send me a fucking link or anything, so I guess we'll move on. You know? Dickers, we need jingle keys. Yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe, maybe not. While all of that stuff's going on, alright, I'm dedicated to covering actual fucking content, alright? Actual fucking content. I was thinking about it earlier today. I think that we looped way too fucking hard on the Snark Left drama step. And we looped way too fucking hard on the Destiny drama as well. Like, there was just a fucking week where it's like back to back to back to back drama, and that's all that was fucking covered and talked about. Yeah. I mean, I tried to keep mixed in with other topics at the same time, but holy fuck, yeah. The truth is, it just becomes difficult to be able to, like, you know, change gears. That's the reality. If there is, like, a big through line, if the through line is good, then it's fine, right? If the through line is good, then, you know, everyone's laughing. But if it's fucking AIDS, then, yeah, you probably look back and wish you spent your time covering something else. Basically anything else, you know? To be fair, there wasn't much happening also during the Snark Left stuff. That was a problem, yeah. That week was a little bit of a drama drought. There wasn't much going on. And so it was just a really easy well to pull from, but fuck me. Looking back, I do wish that I'd tried just a little bit harder to get through it, you know? Okay. Let's go for it then. Let's go for it. Says that he doesn't want to cover the Destiny drama. Says that covering the Destiny drama to death was a fucking mistake. Let's go and have a look at the brand new thread made by Ico. Ico in the house. Not Ico rules. This is a different one, okay? Today, maybe we'll answer the question, or get a better answer to the question of, did food shops molest somebody on Discord? Okay? People have known for a long time that food shops is an alleged pedophile, or self-described small p pedophile. So this has been percolating in the sphere for a little time now, okay? But there have been concrete allegations made by somebody called Ico in the house, who claims that they had a prolonged relationship, romantic, sexual, and non-sexual, when they were 17. That's Uganda. Alright. Hi! The following is a loose thread by me, accounting for a long period of time. This has been weighing on my mind for a long period of time, but food shops is a pedophile that knowingly led a prolonged relationship, romantic, sexual, and non-sexual, while I was 17. It started off as me chatting on her stream. This took place from the late period of me being 16 and me turning 17. Around this time, our exchanges progressively became more flirtatious in chat. We had moments where I would say I loved her, and she would say she loved me too. She would get flustered and blush a lot during our parasocial engagements. Irresponsible, but I mostly keep away from this kind of engagement. Following this, we began messaging on Twitter. It was at this point that food shops began to cover her tracks. Much of this is memory. She, knowing that I was 17, solicited images from me, and we would chat there for more days. We would chat there for more days before deciding we would formally date. She had asked about my age, and I told her transparently that I was 17. She said I could not share that, and said we should hold off. She said I should not share that, and we said we should hold off. We chatted off and on, and she unblocked me on Discord and added me. It should be known that she would joke about my connections, as on my Discord account I had spoken to and added numerous content creators in her online space, like Queeman, Zonya, and the Omni Liberal. Alright. Pirate Software. Wait, what? What? Okay, interesting. Pirate Software, Keffels, as well as her peers, moderation of hundreds of other servers, several Roblox groups that had active files on me. Harley, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Harley TBS, Hopeless Peaches, Lio Convoy, and other trans figures. famous predators such as Hypnotist Sappho, Moist Critical, and Kaya Orsan. I was today years old when I learned that Moist Critical was a famous predator. Okay, nice. A lot of people might think this is total bullshit. This is actually totally fucking correct. For some reason, I don't know if Aiko has just spent the majority of her fucking life on Discord speaking to random micro e-celebrities. But yeah, I can like directly vouch for like maybe half of these. Because every time that she mentions somebody, I'm like, wait, really? Hold on, send me a DM. And she fucking does every single time. So, yeah. I am omitting more names, including the names of multiple members of Food Shop's Discord server that I consider somewhat private individuals. Some of these names fixated on me. Some knew me in passing. All universally knew one thing. I was 16 to 17 years old. Openly. Public. I held minor roles in blue politics, and I regularly talked about school and played a kids game named Rabbit and Steel. I intended to be an easy gateway into harder bullet hell games like Tohu. Okay, nice. Yeah, this is something that has circulated for a fucking while. Okay, so yeah, Aiko, or the Magical Smiley, as they're otherwise known. They were like a known quantity in the space. A lot of people knew who this person was. Zonya knew that they were 17 for the longest time, or at least like a minor. Politics server, they labeled her as a minor explicitly. Several servers she got banned from, including Food Shops, interestingly enough, and then wasn't unbanned until they were 17. Interesting how Food Shop's going to be able to explain that one, but we'll see, okay? We'll see. From what I'm aware of at the very least, a lot of this comes down to what happened in their messages between the two of them on Twitter. But Food Shops made a new Twitter. How long ago? I think it was when she came back to streaming, right? Yeah, February of 2025. So Food Shops nuked her old Twitter. And all of the DMs happened on there, right? So you can have some level of questionability, I guess, to what happened on Twitter. But yeah, she was widely reputed to be like a fucking kid at the time. So yeah, there we are. Let's go on. Food Shops and I both had multiple spats where we would delete our messages en masse and only talk in chat while one would call or stream, leading to moments like these. I would talk about school. She would refer to me as 19 on Discord, despite knowing my age from Twitter. Okay. That's why I want to get a referral and get an intake to get help soon. I'm sorry, don't be upset. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up again. I'm sorry for not feeling okay. Oh, she's smart. Oh my god, I'm playing a game I got a while ago called Rabbit and Steel. Okay. Yeah, nice. Ugh. Or like dysfunctional BPD people. I used to talk to Destiny when I was like 16. I wasn't in his server because age requirements, but yeah. I'm not a DGGer, not in a weird way. Whereas Menra is like depresso fashion. So similar to Mo, it's that cutesy, but interlaced with a lot of sadder elements and implications, although through bandages and other stuff, yes. I've self-harmed in the past, I'm trying my best, it makes me dizzy to think about, I didn't. That's why I want to try and get something done. Okay, right. So there's something here that goes on, but starts talking to Destiny when she was like 16. Okay, and... Okay. Yeah, there we are. This would have been it, I guess. So I asked for when Aiko first started talking to Destiny, and here we are. December 21st, 2024. Yeah, I mean, if you're not necessarily in I guess the creator space, or if you're not super plugged into online commentary Discord shit, you might be unaware. But this person is widely reputed to be a minor. Beckett knows they're a minor. I think they sent me a message when I was first starting streaming to try and get me to cover some drama stuff they were interested in. And I asked, even fucking Gamma, I asked Gamma about this shit and said, whoa, dude, be careful. That person is a fucking minor. Just to let you know. FYI, warning, warning. So yeah, widely fucking reputed. I talked about not being in servers because I was too young, like DGG. And talked about relationships when I was 15. And any evidence I would have been... I talked about not being in servers because I was too young, like GGG. I talked about relationships, quote, when I was 15, and any evidence I would have would be from 2022 or 2023. We both knew the games being played. A lot of loose, plausible deniability. But in hindsight, even circumstantially, we did a very bad job of covering things. And the reality that we laid out in Twitter was one that would be surmised quickly from the Discord messages. We would sex throughout the relationship continuously, exchanging audios she now refers to as revenge porn. She would send nudes from her OnlyFans, which she has since deleted, but I had it on my PC, with her verbal consent, validating their existence. Oh, wait, hold on. September 7th, 2024. When did Food Shops delete her Twitter? That's a question that I want an answer to. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Let me scroll up. Food Shops, Twitter. This is all a bit loose weave, I guess. Yeah. February 2025 is when she deleted her Twitter and made a new one. Do we know when they broke up? That would be an interesting question that I would want answered. There might be Discord DMs from around that time. Okay, interesting. She would also repost our selfies at me, spamming me with them, much to my disapproval. The other was a brief moment of me outside in a voice call, but I'm guessing she did not save that. Part of why I do not post Discord logs is that there are images she said she'd gooned to in VC. Okay. Interesting. We love to hear that. I'm glad I've got that information. Right. I'm pretty sure when she's talking about images being spam, the conversations that happened at that time, at least from my memory to the best of my knowledge, are about food shops freaking out that they might be some kind of honeypot or trap, but I guess that'd have to be proved out. It was an odd thing. It was an odd thing for her to say to me, but we were both odd. She would age play with me, pretending I was her baby. No. She would age play with me, pretending I was her baby that she would keep in her home, and she would often refer to me as her little lolly. It would, frowny face, because we would take our sweet ass time and spend all day in bed, and the entire bed would smell like fluid. I don't know if I want to go through this thread anymore. What the fuck? Why are we talking about fluids? Fuck me. Okay, can somebody fucking time out James Duma in Kick Chat real quick? I don't know why the fuck you think I want to see that, and I don't know why the fuck you were spamming that link. Okay. Just nothing crazy, alright? 10 minutes. I don't know why the fuck you're spamming that again and again. Alright. Okay. Let me have a go at reading that again. Let me run up to it real quick. It would, because we would take our sweet ass time and spend all day in bed, and the entire bed would smell like fluid as we are splayed out in a mess, and I'll continue to whisper in your ear, frowny face, in my mummy voice. Goober, I'm EP. Aw, I'ma wrap my arms around you when you EP sleepy, silly girl, and pat your head. To bed you go! Chud said he vaguely remembers you. He said you're a little nutty, and that, yeah, he will take a look. To be fair, they're gooners too. Lyrics! Well, yeah. Chud talks about Gok every 5 seconds. Lol. Ha ha ha. I can't believe this cute IRL lolly Japanese girl is in this space. Who is actually into me. This is why I think I'm being catfished. Oh, yep. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. The reason why food shops have spammed those fucking pictures back at her, like her fucking selfies and stuff, is because she was so fucking worried about getting catfished initially. Interesting. The chances can't be possibly... Well, let's see. No evidence of your identity or existence, but that's okay. I guess the pictures can be AI generated. A cute IRL lolly Japanese girl. Yeah, combination of the words IRL and lolly. I mean, you're just a pedophile, right? That's what that means. An IRL lolly is a child, but okay. There is more to this that I might add in an addendum piece, but I do not see as much value in sifting through endless sexual interactions. I've since taken a log of what was left of our Discord messages and sent it to multiple creators, who may partially publicize it, excluding elements of PII. Keep in mind, this is raw, untampered accounting of my messages with food shops, and a piece of porn she sent to me, or that I sent to her, may still be present, although not child porn explicitly. I would still regard my pics as PII/CSAM. Huh? Okay, well, I'm glad that I have not received a log of these DMs. Okay, nice. What the fuck? Okay. Interesting. Okay, what the fuck? Alright. It's September 2024. I would blow up with her. I felt mildly sick throughout a relationship, despite being with numerous other pedophiles in my lifetime. Okay? I argued with her while playing Deadlock, raging at her. She would talk about how I'm not being a good partner, and I dismissed her. We both argued, me in game, her online, and we broke up soon. In VC, she referred to our age gap as the reason why she broke up. In chat, she referred to how I am a minor, and how she wants me to turn 18 before she can ever date me again and stay close. We both split off, and she restates a part about me being under 18 for a while. It seems like she broke a seal on the relationship. And me, having a grudge against her, did not mind. And then she deletes it, and I delete my text-facing side that day too. Okay. Alright, what am I looking at here? Huh? Okay. Call me? I missed you! It's only Bieber Day, but a day without you! Let me know if you aren't interested anymore. I'm constantly scared of you losing interest. Wait, what? I'm constantly scared of you losing interest or finding somebody else or me being led on. Being gone for periods at a time with me not knowing what or how you're doing, with bursts of focus and attention has got me going, It's becoming much. This isn't blaming you or anything. I just don't want to be part of something that you might not be ready for if you're seeking... Wait, what? What does that mean? Okay? This isn't me blaming you or anything. I just don't want to be a part of something that you might not be ready for if you're seeking out these things. Because life improvement, more important than me. I promise you, did nothing majorly wrong. Good luck. I'll talk to you later. Okay, if it's possible, let me know in the future. Also, what time do you usually finish work or go to bed? So I have an idea of what to expect. Because if you let me know, I can manage emotions and expectations and go, yeah, she's sleeping right now, so it's normal she's not responding, or yeah, she's at work, or oh, I'm too sleepy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, what's your usual schedule? Sleep. Go. Alright, this is pretty fucking disparate. Okay. What follows is periods of arguments, sects, where we both nuke our messages after each interaction. Food Shops deletes much of her presence on Discord after our relationship in November. She deletes her Twitter account before this, and slowly deletes more and more of her VODs. Oh, because those are the fucking VODs where she was talking to her on stream, apparently. Right? Yeah, okay. It's all very fucking weird. Including the ones I chatted in. I just don't... Here's the fucking thing, okay? If you have got the DMs with somebody who you later find out... Let's take Food Shops' account or Food Shops' story seriously for a second, okay? If you've got DMs with somebody who you later find out was a kid the entire time you were sexting with them, right? And you know that on your Twitter, you've got the messages between you and them where they say explicitly that they were 19. They're honest with everybody else about their age. With Zonia, with Queeman, with Gamma, with all of the fucking commentary and politics verse. They're honest with all of those other people, but, okay, they lie to you. They lie to you about their age. Why would you delete your fucking Twitter account after you break up and after you find out that they're a child. Would you want to fucking hold on to that? That is like the single piece of exonerating evidence that you've got in your fucking corner, and you want it gone? Why? Literally why? Because the timeline does match up with this, right? If Food Shops seems to have fucking deleted her Twitter around this time that they broke up. Why? I've literally got no other fucking clue. Super fucking sus. Okay, including the ones I chatted in. Then, I helped her out in the chat of her stream. And before long, we relink for a more established period. We talk about YouTube, vids, before I turn 18. She also treats me like a prick. Okay. Nice, lol. Wait, are you 17 or have you turned 18? I'm still not comfy receiving safe from work, even from 17. Okay, lol. Until you reach 18, can you also not do sexual stuff in chat either, if that's okay with you? Thank you. Do you want to go in the first place? Okay, lol, good. I don't fucking know. Dude, if you're in a relationship with somebody that you think is an adult, and then they turn out to have been a minor the entire time, and you've been sent CSAM, is this not a crazy fucking pretense to act like? Because in Food Shops' mind, apparently, she's the only person that's been lied to about this person's age. And then she's finding out for the first time they're 17. I would feel like you would cut off all fucking contact, right? You would archive the logs initially when you find out that they're, or they tell you that they're 19, and you would cut off all fucking contact with them. Fucking insane that you're like, oh, well, have you turned 18 yet? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, it's mindless fun. It's not that skills-based. I don't know, lots of flashing images, but it's fun. Very stylistic, though. Monetization, I don't really get that part, but it has the disorder elemental system, which is similar but fun. Okay, and then we go on, whatever. Oh, okay. Also, FYI, is it okay if we don't talk all that much until 18? I'm just not comfortable chatting with minors on a regular basis. Lol. So look, I'm willing to look past our past because you're positive in chat, but yeah, that's about it. Lol. How long was she banned from the Discord for? Because I've heard rumors that Food Shops has had minors in her Discord before that were minors. I've heard that from several people, by the way. I've heard that story again and again and again. And now Food Shops is saying she's not comfortable talking to minors in chat or in private. Okay, odd. Chiefly, I begin to complain back, citing that she does not care for me or show any consideration for me or lies about me. We keep talking in spite of this. I can make note that I feel distance from her. Now that I turned 18, now that I am legal, she stopped loving / sexting. Okay? Then don't play Roblox, dummy. Minecraft, one-time purchase. Bell, but not from ZZZ. You are a 17-year-old who almost pedo-baited me. Wait, what? Almost pedo-baited me? Almost pedo-baited me? Okay. And managed to put aside, because I don't care so much anymore. And I'm known for being a pedophile with a lowercase b. Let me know that when you hit 18. Lol, sorry, for my POV, you understand, yes? I don't. I just have a feeling you're not a bad person at heart, but you're up to some sus shit, like catching older people as a minor, and trying to get and trying to get into Chud and Destiny's DMs. Like, you defo aren't really a chill person, but I don't think you're a bad person. That's also not necessarily true either. So I think the Magical Smiley did try and do fucking pedo catching and stuff, but yeah. When she's messaged Chud and when she's messaged Destiny, she's not trying to put out feelers to see if they're interested in her. Like, she's not trying to fucking constantly pedo catch people. Right? Okay. We still hold a relationship through content, and when I turn 18, she invites me to her server. Interesting question to consider. Why was she banned from her server to begin with? That's kind of weird, no? If you think she's 19 the entire time, why is she banned from the Discord server? Anyway, we still hold a relationship through content, and when I turn 18, she invites me to her server. Keep in mind, if she believes I was 19 in the past, it would make no sense for her to keep me banned from her server. Especially if age was the one barrier keeping me from her server. That's a very good point. When was she banned? Do we know this? Has Food Shops said this? I don't think that Food Shops has touched these fucking allegations with a 10-feet pole, if I'm being honest. Right? I've never heard Food Shops interact with any of this stuff at all. You know? You can bring up the screenshot I sent, by the way, like Foxy Degenerate stuff. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. You might want to highlight that again for me, okay? Thank you. The circumstantial evidence further substantiates that she knew I was under 18 back then, because now that I'd actually turned 18, she was unbanning me from 18+ spaces, whereas when she claims I was 19 and I was lying in Discord to guard herself, she didn't do this. I argue that I had pretended that I was still underage. Sorry. I argue that had I pretended that I was still underage, since I had turned 18 a few months prior, she would still be nice to me. My messages clearly carry the implication that I believed she had started to resent me now, that I was no longer risky and underage. She responded with some dismissive text, skim-walking Destiny speech style, and then blocked me. We both deleted part of our conversations again, and we went along our separate ways. Since then, she has lied about me, defamed me, and attempts to frame me as a malicious catfisher. All to run from her current situation. I consent to the partial use of my logs, so long as it doesn't contain a PII, which I've sent to some YouTubers. I might make an addendum piece with more information and release a video of the logs with images of me covered up. Okay. There's something about the fucking, the allegations as well. I'm 99% sure that Aiko does bring this up to her in the Discord. Wait, what the fuck are we doing here? Okay. We're taking that off screen real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Let me fucking put the pieces together here, okay? Fuck. Where's the original thread? Why are you scrolling? Because I know they did a thread before trying to compile all of this stuff. And I want to go back and have a look at some of that stuff. Okay. Oh, this might be it. Okay. Because Food Shops has a big blowout argument with Aiko earlier on, where Aiko and Food Shops explicitly argue about whether Food Shops would okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. A little bit fragmented, alright? So, the argument between Aiko and Food Shops is that Food Shops is only treating her nastily now because she's turned 18, and so she's no longer interested. Food Shops takes offense at being called a pedophile by the person that she'd had sex with while they were a minor for a long time. And so that's when they officially kind of cut contact, and that's the fucking big blowout fight. But I'm trying to see if I can find those fucking screenshots. If I can find them, I guess I can find them. But if I can't, yeah, I guess, fair enough. I don't really care about the fucking, the Foxy message, yeah. Just that a lot of people knew that we were fucking married at the time. Aika, if you're listening right now, can you get me the screenshot when you and Food Shops are arguing? Right? Can you find me the screenshot where you and Food Shops are arguing, and you're saying that she doesn't like you anymore, now that she knows that you're an adult? Because I know that screenshot exists. Huh? Let me go through it. Okay. Alright. There we are. There's gotta be fucking something more to this. I know that there is. Hold on. We'll get that in a second. Fuck me, man. Anything? No, just a bunch of fucking schizo posts in DMs. Okay, nice. Yeah, alright. Never mind. I'm not seeing anything there. Because I think that needs to be in there, alright? If you're going to post this to Twitter, that probably needs to be like your first fucking addendum or something, right? The fact that you did actually argue about it in DMs. Because in my opinion, that conversation makes absolutely no sense. Unless you actually, you know, you knew that you were a kid at the time. And that she knew that you were a kid at the time. Right? And her defense to that isn't, well, I didn't know. Food Shop's defense to that at the time is, wait, are you calling me a fucking pedophile? Right? Anyway. Yeah. I think if you're gonna write the fucking thread or do an addendum, that needs to be like the number one thing that you show. But yeah, listen. I'm not 100% about anything. There's no fucking silver bullet here, but there's a lot of really fucking bad looks and a lot of suspicion that makes some people think, including me, that Food Shops may be a large P pedophile, a capital P pedophile. In fact, all right, fab. There we go. I think Food Shops even has part from the last messages before the wipes. Right, so you're linking me back to this. Yeah? Oh, okay. Is this it as well? Oh, fuck, it might be. Oh, yeah, this doesn't really respond to any of it. Okay. Okay. Maybe one day. But for now, you seem too much for me. Lol. The vibes just don't match. And then Aiko, or Aika, says, then it fits that you'd give me a turn-off as major as a dishonest fuck you. Huh? Aika says, if I lied and pretended I didn't turn 18, you wouldn't be so rude and distant. Food Shop says, I literally didn't even let you into the server or the chat at times because you weren't 18. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, no fucking way. When was she banned from the Discord? Because if that is true, I didn't let you into the server or chat at times because you weren't 18. That's Food Shop saying explicitly that was why she was fucking banned. Right? Basically, I think Food Shops has got to clarify exactly when Aika was banned. I think Food Shops needs to clarify exactly when Aika was banned. Was it before or was it after the sex thing? Because it seems like Food Shops is basically confirming here that she was banned because of her age. Because she was under the age of 18. Don't be weird. You're implying I'm an actual creep pedo. Weird how here, Food Shops doesn't give the defense that she didn't know that Aika was under the age of 18 at the time, right? I think that would, if I was in this situation, that would be my number one defense, right? I honestly did not know that you were under the age of 18, and you know that. Don't be weird. You're implying I'm an actual creep pedo. I'm not doing it to be derogatory. Look, man, I generally don't like making friends on the web, with few exceptions. But I think you're having this kind of reaction to being turned down on friendship. I'm sorry. I don't want much to do with you. Alright. There we are. And then she spends the rest of the time fucking crying about morale. Nice. Yeah. That's about it. Every day that goes past, every day that Food Shops does not address the allegations or provide evidence from her side, it's just not looking fucking good, is it? It's just not looking fucking good. It's not looking good at all, but look, there are several questions there that I think the Food Shops could help us with quite handily, very easily. You know, it was weird, admittedly, extremely fucking strange that Food Shops would, you know, delete the account that held the evidence that allegedly cleared her of all wrongdoing. But Food Shops can exonerate herself. Was Aika banned before or after Food Shops sexted with them? Given the fact that Aika was banned for being a child. Can we get an awoo? Thank you, Tyrone. Yeah. So Aika is Japanese. I thought she was Filipino or from Thailand. I'm pretty sure she's Japanese or something like that. Yeah. I DM'd something to Aiden that I can send to you, but keep it completely private if that's fine, Dickers. Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Is this, like, going to be long, scrawling DMs that I can't read out on stream? Or is it something that I can just, like, look at and verify quickly? She could just own it. 17's not the end of the world. Morale got away with it. It's probably a little bit different when you're 26 years old, but true, right? And ironically true. Food Shops could just accept, yeah, fuck it. I sexted with a 17-year-old. I'll do it again. Or, you know, it's a mistake that I moved on from or something like that. But no, 17's not the end of the fucking world. I guess we'll have to see how, as time goes on, what her response is going to be. All right, fuck it. Ico's typing real quick. Yeah, Juliet and Romeo doesn't apply to 26-year-olds. You just go to jail. Lol. Well, to be fair, Romeo and Juliet laws don't apply to fucking CSAM either. Let's be real. That doesn't apply at all. That doesn't apply at all. Yeah, okay. It's just going to be long fucking bits of logs. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to leak those. I'm also not going to read through those right now, because otherwise I just have nothing to speak about on stream. Alright? So I'm going to avoid a bunch of fucking dead air. Leave those in my DMs. I'll read them later, I guess. Alright. Nice. Okay. Okay. Let's get to the bit of the stream that everybody has been here for from the start. We've asked a lot of questions on this stream as it's gone ahead, okay? Did Kodiak's mod get swatted? Is Food Shops a pedophile? The answer to the both of those were yes, okay? So it's now time to answer the big question that we've all got on our mind. Was that VTuber really getting godly plaps? Let's have a look. Some of the highest regarded commentators in our community on the case right now. We've got Muujin. How a VTuber setting boundaries turned into a disaster. The Deme of VTuber drama. Let's go. Let's finally fucking get into it. I think, what did I said at the start of stream that I've been looking at this stuff. I'd seen a couple things on Twitter before getting into it. And I'm glad that we're finally getting into it, but holy fuck. This story sprawls into a bunch of different places. Let's get into it though.
A shock to you, but the idea of being railed live on a Twitch stream is not really a new concept. Because back in 2022, that's actually exactly what happened. A woman streamed herself with her boyfriend behind her, and it was just so blatant, so obvious, that it went absolutely viral. In fact, I can't even show you the full clip because it's that blatant. This video will get age restricted. But yes, this is actually real. And back in 2022, people were shocked not just because of the act itself, but because it was done on a website where the youngest allowed age to make an account was 13 years old. So obviously, a ban was expected. But the thing is, people were shocked yet again, even more so than the first time, because they realized Twitch banned her only for 7 days, effectively giving her a 1-week vacation for getting her cheeks clapped live on stream. But here's the deal. This was someone who didn't really have a large following. In fact, she barely had any following at all. So here's the question of the day. What if this happened to someone with a large following? In fact, let's make it even more interesting. What if this happened to a VTuber? What's fascinating about this question is that they could technically do this and get away with it without suffering any consequences, because how would you prove it? You're simply only shown their model. Well, the good news is that for anyone asking themselves these very important questions, we now finally have an answer. This is because the VTuber Deme found herself at the heart of a scenario that looks...
I don't think it was ever actually fucking proven that they were getting their cheeks clapped on stream, right? I'm pretty sure they made some fucking weird ESL noises, and they were like rocking back and forth at the time. That's what people are basing this show off, right? But I guess the narrative that's been set is that they were in fact having sex on stream.
Just like that. And it was...
Like I say, okay, I haven't done a deep dive into all the fucking evidence, so I guess we'll let it unfold and we'll decide what we think.
Was a disaster. What started out...
Is it even against TOS to moan into the microphone? It would depend, right? It would depend. So I'm guessing YouTube TOS and Twitch TOS are probably going to be aligned on this. It's going to be content broadly that is designed for sexual titillation, right? So even some of the ASMR people, occasionally they get clapped because they go way too fucking close to the line, you know? So yeah, I think it depends on the context, but it could actually be TOS to moan into the microphone. Yeah.
As a simple post outlining her fan art preferences to her community would somehow escalate into a nasty feud with another content creator, which would somehow lead people to find a VOD from August 10th, 2025, in which Deme streamed herself playing the game Outer Wilds. This was it. This was the VOD in which people were convinced that Deme was getting railed live on stream, but not just for a few minutes. Some would be convinced that this lasted for over an hour of just constant railing as she was trying her best to hide it by acting normal on stream.
It's just, I just do not fucking believe it. I just off fucking rip, alright? I could understand if there's a little short stream where somebody's being a little bit, I don't know, a little bit of a fucking exhibitionist. They're showing off. They're getting clapped on stream because it's fucking titillating for them. For hours. For hours. When's the first fucking timestamp here? Hold on.
I mean, constant rate.
What the fuck? Arc of Diabolicalness. Arc 1 begins at 1 hour and 7 minutes. And then she's getting plapped all the way to 2.5 hours. 3 hours and 29 minutes. That's when the plapping stops. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Somebody was not getting railed for 2.5 fucking hours on stream.
Novel here, which is meant to show you all the different timestamps she did something suspicious. This person would even go as far as labeling this whole debacle as Arc 1, Arc 2, Arc 3, Arc 4, Arc 5. And believe it or not, this is me barely scraping the surface here. Because then the narrative would shift into the fact that she was getting railed, yes, but by another guy, as her boyfriend was sitting in the opposite room. Guys, this would go so incredibly viral that yes, not only would it trend on Twitter, but according to the website, there would be over 250,000 posts made about this topic in just 2 days. Tens of millions of people would see these posts, and it would spread all around the globe as far as China. I mean, you can even find people...
You can hear her screaming in the background of his stream during the clapping. Okay. So I think we've got that video that was posted to Twitter as well when somebody lines them up, and it seems pretty clear she's like playing a video game and having autistic screeching reactions to it.
Talking about this on Facebook. Hell, this was so significant that there's even a dedicated Know Your Meme page about it now. This has piqued the interest of millions of people, and yet many have a hard time understanding it due to its needlessly complex nature. There are so many layers here, and so I figured I would make a video about it, explaining everything.
You know the really fucking disgusting stuff about this? The truly fucking disgusting aspect of this story is that a main reason why this has gone so viral is because people were like fucking wanking to that stream. People were jacking off to that stream 100 fucking %. That's why that comment going through all the fucking timestamps is going to be so fucking upliked. Alright, there's going to be 1,000 fucking comments saying there like, thank you, TY for the sauce. TY for the sauce, bro. Yeah, what do you mean guilty as charged? You are ill. You are fucking ill.
As objectively as humanly possible so that you can come up with your own opinion about it after understanding it, so that we can proceed to finally move on, because I'm tired of seeing this on my feed. And so, without further ado, you already know the drill by now. Let's do this. Alright, so first things first, who the hell is Deme? Well, I think it's obvious by now, she is a VTuber, but not just any VTuber. Over the last few years, she has become one of the top English-speaking independent VTubers on the planet. Whenever she goes live, she averages around 3,400 viewers, with her always peaking around 4,000 to 5,000. The reason why this is significant is because recently, Twitch started incorporating a new way to combat viewbots, implementing an aggressive viewer cap on people it thinks are viewbotting. As an example, Emiru recently had her view count reduced down to 10,000 viewers. During her streams, she usually always peaked around 20,000, and there she was capped at 10,000. This was Twitch saying that it thinks half her viewer count is fake. So for now, seeing that Twitch's viewer cap took no effect on Deme's channel, it meant that she had a substantial community and that it wasn't fake. But how did she manage to achieve this? Well, for people who are fans of her, it's fairly straightforward. They love her personality and her over-the-top reactions to...
Okay, hold on. Let's have a look at that graph. Jesus Christ, is that hours streamed? She was streaming for a fucking while before she took off then. What, basically, I guess the real trend starts in January of 2024, right? Holy fuck, so it's only been about 2 years she's had a proper career.
It's fairly straightforward. They love her personality and her over-the-top reactions to many different things, whether she's reacting to a video or to a video game. At the same time, her model is very unique and very expressive too. It's easily recognizable, and there are people who watch her purely
Oh yeah, very unique. Very unique. You understand, okay? There's a lot of technicalities to the Deme VTuber model. You see, she is a big titty fox girl, alright? She is, I accept. She is a big titty fox girl. However, there's also yellow tinges. She's got a little bit of yellow dye in her hair. She's got yellow, she's got yellow details on her tail and her armbands. She's like a yellow big titty fox girl. There's a lot of unique aspects, okay?
Because they like the way she looks. But just like any big content creator these days, you can't have a fan base without having haters, and Deme definitely has haters. Their main issues with her are that she is a mean girl and that she can be irresponsible with her big platform. As an example, back in February 2026, she would tweet out, "Why is no one talking about the blatant view-botting in the VTubing sphere?" And then would proceed to call out someone specifically about this, the VTuber Olivia Monroe, even going as far as contacting her talent agency at the time, Mythic Talent, to complain about this. Now, this was definitely controversial when it happened, okay? The problem with view-botting, the reason why it's become such a big problem, is because unless the streamer themselves says, "Yes, I'm view-botting," there's no other way to prove it. So to people who hate or dislike Deme or just disagree with her, this was as if a judge gave someone a death sentence without even bothering to conduct a DNA test. Now we still...
I don't know. Dude, the VTuber sphere is just like uniquely liable to drama for reasons that I don't really completely understand. No, actually, I kind of do understand it. A lot of them are like really non-serious because they don't show their face, right? So they'll be like goofy for the majority of the stream, and so nobody takes them seriously. That's the actual reason why there's so much fucking drama there. Nobody takes anybody else seriously or respects anybody else in the fucking sphere. Second point, Let It Go has fucking pointed it out. Yeah, Deme is a woman, unfortunately. She's hard capped by the fact that she's a fucking woman. XQC can do streams, literally scrolling through people's fucking Twitch viewership, their graphs, and pointing it out. Asmongold can do the exact same thing. They don't get nearly as much heat. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, the fucking view button on Twitch is fucking rampant, though. I am legitimately surprised that Emaru has half of her viewership. Twitch has determined that half of her fucking viewership is fake. That sounds fucking insane to me. I'd usually expect that VTubers, or sorry, like streamers in general, if they're button, it's going to be to get themselves like higher in a certain category, right? But I would assume that only add a little bit to be smart with it. I don't know. VTubers are usually women, so that's why there's so much drama. Yeah. I mean, I think people tried to disagree with Asmongold at the time, but no, like, VTubing is kind of uniquely suited to women, right? You get an instant boost from the fact that you are you can design however you look. If you want to have heaving size 7 breasts, you can have heaving size 7 breasts. You know? It's insane. It is insane the kind of fucking the boost that VTubing gives you.
Still don't know whether Olivia actually did ViewBot because she hasn't streamed since the 26th of April 2026, and because of that, Twitch was not able to implement any view caps on her stream, right? She has to stream again for that to happen. And one example of her using her...
Wait. Hold on.
Any view caps on her stream, right? She has to stream again for that to happen. And one example of her using her platform irresponsibly from people who disagree with her is when she would express how she hates when people say that streaming is hard, that she's very privileged and very happy to be in this position. A way smaller streamer would have a disagreement with her on this topic, and it would lead into drama, with Deme personally calling them out on her stream, even though she has a way bigger following than them. So look, just like any content creator, she has supporters, she has people who dislike her, and she's been in her fair share of drama. But I assure you, there's nothing that she's ever been through in terms of drama that can even compare to the radioactive shit show that you're about to witness. So how did it begin? Well, it would all start...
Why won't she post a pic of her wrist? Dan, this might be a little bit of a spoiler to the story, but the little aspect that I have seen is that there are pictures of this woman that have gone around. I think pictures that she's fucking shared. Surprise! She does not look anything like a fucking VTuber model, okay? She is not white. She is... She's huge, bro. She's huge. No, she's not that fucking big, right? But obviously, whenever a VTuber's actual fucking face gets leaked, you start to see the reason why they chose to be a VTuber, you know? It's unfortunate. It's legitimately unfortunate. But there's just, you shouldn't create that that dissonance between your VTuber model and what you actually look like, you know? She's black. I'm pretty sure that she's some kind of like Mexican or Asian, I think. I haven't run the full fucking race analysis, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that she's some kind of like non-white, some kind of whale. I think this is the one thing that I have ever agreed with Tectone on. I think he just said that she's got a hippo ass, and that's probably, I could see it, you know? I saw exactly what he was fucking saying. It is unfortunate, again, it is unfortunate, but yeah.
On June 12th, 2026.
I think it probably wouldn't be that much of a problem, because here's the real fucking take, you know? You can have this apart from, like, you don't have to have negative like opinions on women to, like, agree with any of that take. But the thing is that you kind of... Some VTubers do trade and sell on their appearance, right? They have a sexualized VTuber, and it's not incidental. It's because they know that that's what gets the fucking views in. And so whenever you have some kind of crazy fucking dissonance between how they look online and how they look in real life, that's always going to be fucking notable. If you don't want that kind of negative attention, it's super easy. Just don't build your brand over having a super fucking, you know, hyper-sexualized VTuber, and you'll be fine.
When Deme would tweet out, "Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with NSFW art of me. But why did you make your VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy or hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just a VTuber. Who do you think of when you see it?" She would then clarify this point further in the replies, saying, "I just feel like there's so many other content creators who'd love to have artists draw them in that way, and it's wasted effort towards me too. But I'd like to make this clear. I'm completely okay with sexy stuff because I like sexy hot women, I just don't like porn." She would then reply to a couple of people who were confronting her about this point, saying, "What does this have to do with me? I don't go out of my way to stop people from doing what they want whatsoever. I just like saying my personal boundaries, tourist." So look, this was straightforward. This was directed towards her community. Hey, listen, I personally don't like seeing my character in these specific situations, but I don't mind sexy art. And so around 6 hours later, the content creator Chibi Reviews would see her post and would decide to quote tweet it, saying, "So you're uncomfortable with NSF..."
What? Chibi Reviews intentionally go out of his way to make a woman uncomfortable? No, I expected better from this guy.
W art of yourself, but repost NSFW art of yourself. This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. A minute later, he would edit his post to remove the first sentence and would just say, "This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost." And so the repost in question would be Deme reposting art of her character in which she's showing a lot of skin, right? You have big stars that are covering her breasts, but at the end of the day, her character was wearing somewhat of a skimpy bikini, right? Now, normally something like this wouldn't really be very significant. People disagree with each other on Twitter all the time. They call out each other all the time. It's just the nature of the website and its algorithm. The reason why this was significant, though, wasn't necessarily because of the post itself, but it was because of the person who was posting it. Chibi Reviews. And for you to really understand the situation that's currently unfolding, you have to understand who this guy is.
A pedophile? Are we gonna get into that? Please, dear God. I mean, if you don't want sexualized art being made of your fucking VTuber model, the worst thing, I'm telling you, literally the worst thing that could ever fucking happen to you is for Chibi Reviews to get a fucking hold of it. It's over. It is actually fucking over.
Chibi Reviews would make his YouTube channel around 12 years ago, and he would do exactly what his name entails.
Oh my God, we're going in for a fucking deep dive on this guy. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go.
He would review anime. But even back then, he would get himself into some pretty rough drama, just reviewing anime. Some people would disagree with his takes, some people would find him cringy, and it would lead to a number of people to find out that Chibi's older brother actually died from suicide. This would prompt another YouTuber by the name of That Anime Snob to make a video criticizing Chibi, making fun of his...
Yo.
Chibi doesn't like when his toys fight back.
Very true, Guna. Thank you for the 2.
His dead brother. This was back in 2018, and back then, the wider anime community was absolutely shocked that someone would say something like this. At the time, Chibi Reviews would get full support from other content creators that were his friends, like the anime YouTuber Mother's Basement, giving his full support, and also Joey Bissinger, otherwise known as the Anime Man, saying, "How dare you say this to my friend, I hope you rot in hell." So drama has always been somewhat present in Chibi's life, but it would be nothing compared to what he would have to experience in the following years. You see, around the early 2020s, Chibi would start shifting his content more from just anime to anti-censorship and anti-tourist rhetoric. In other words, government should stay away from what I post on the internet, and people who don't understand anime should stay away from anime.
I mean, that's a little bit of a fucking whitewashing. Chibi Reviews is some, like, free speech Martin Luther King. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if somebody was given this take for Amos Yee, you'd start to understand that, yeah, okay, yeah, he does talk about free speech a lot. I get that, 100%. Is there a specific motivation underlying it that we might want to introduce first, though? What do we think?
So what defines a tourist? Well, to Chibi, it was simple. If you were someone who found LOLI to be repulsive, I can't say that word on YouTube, but in a nutshell, it's underage characters found in anime, then you were a tourist and you deserve to be called out for it. Also, if you found...
Well, no. It's not just underage characters found in anime, is it? Okay? I understand when I wanted to talk about this stuff and not getting fucking dinged by demonetization. But that's not really quite what it is it? There's a little bit more to it than that. Some would say a crucial quality to Lolly is just the little extra step, the sexualized component. Nude, getting fucked, possibly by a fucking group of baboons in a zoo, you know? Shout out to Nuxkaku. I think there's a crucial component missing though.
Underage characters found in anime, then you were a tourist and you deserve to be called out for it. Also, if you found siblings doing the deed, so incest, to be repulsive or disgusting, then you were also very clearly a tourist and you deserve to be called out for it. You don't belong in the anime community. He would make these points constantly. And while yes, he would grow a fan base, he would also grow a significant amount of people who hated his guts. And on October 3rd, 2024, his life would change forever due to those haters that hated his guts. He would post a clip from the anime Dandadan, saying the animators didn't need to go so hard for this scene, and in this clip we can see one of the two main characters who's in high school almost get taken advantage of, let's say, by a bunch of aliens. And it would go mega viral. I mean, 21 million views. This is the kind of post you see if you're a normie with a freshly installed Twitter app. And barely 2 days later, he would find out that, well, due to this post, he would get doxxed. Someone would post actual images of the house that he lived in.
Well, it wasn't really a dox, was it? Because he included his fucking address in his YouTube description.
As well as his brother's grave. And by the way, these...
Yeah, okay, sure. The dead brother did get doxxed, that's true.
Aren't the only things that are available when it comes to Chibi's private information on the internet. There are literal wikis out there that contain every single address he has ever lived in his life, as well as his job history and the place he worked at. On October...
Oh, fuck, okay, there was more than that at the time? Alright, yeah, okay, Chibi has been fucking gigadoxed, alright? Some of that will be absolutely be doxed information.
6, 2024, a day later, he'd find out that
they're gonna swat Eddie. I mean, people keep on saying that, you know, Chibi reviews, there's tons of doxing that happens random. It's fucking insane. Weirdly, I've never seen a current day Eddie face dox. Makes you think. Really makes you think.
The people who actually doxed him were Boruto fans. He'd make a video showcasing some of the things that were being said to him. Like, if I ever saw you in real life, I would stomp the brainstem out of your head and spit on your shaking corpse, and would tell everyone that he bought a gun, so they're more welcome to come to his house to find out. He would also start a fundraiser, claiming that he was going to sue the people who doxed him. After raising $17,000, the fundraiser would, well, get taken down. When people brought it up, he would block them, and eventually he would explain to his community that he had to use these funds for urgent bills and emergencies, and for the most part, if we're going to look at it objectively, his community, the same people who donated, were fairly okay with it. But if you thought that's where things ended, you'd be mistaken. Because on April 2026, yes, this is very recent, someone would post an image of themselves holding a shovel standing right behind Chibi Review's brother's grave. They would quote tweet something that Chibi was saying and say, in quotes, "It's just a drawing," referencing how Chibi doesn't mind LOLI, right? Drawings of underage children, and then would continue with, "Compelling argument, I'm digging up your brother and turning him into a chair." Now, it would turn out later that this image was AI generated, but initially, of course, it caused a lot of uproar and it also caused a lot of celebration, right? It's important to point this out. For example, this Reddit post with 14,000 upvotes was literally referencing what had happened to Chibi in regards to that image. This really would go out of control, right? On April 20th, someone would post, "Found Chibi's brother's grave, LMFAO," and they would literally link his grave. And that whole thing about turning his brother into a chair, well, someone would post an image of a wooden chair in the form of a skeleton. And under it, I mean, this is going to be blurred, obviously, but under it, you could see the real name of Chibi's brother, his date of birth, where he was born, the date of his death, and the exact place where he's buried, like the actual
Okay, that's bad. All right, that's bad. We disagree with that.
Address. 4 days later, Chibi would find out that there was someone on Kiwi Farms, I don't know whether it was jokingly or seriously at this point, to be honest, trying to convince a teenager to go to Chibi's house and assassinate him for
Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, Mugen is so fucking retarded, man. That's not what was happening at all. There was somebody on Kiwi Farms doing what?
Chibi would find out that there was someone on Kiwi Farms, I don't know whether it was jokingly or seriously at this point, to be honest, trying to convince a teenager to go to Chibi's house and assassinate him for $200.
Yeah, how about, instead of looking at r/YouTube drama for the fucking source, why don't we go and find the original tweet, buddy? Why don't we go and find the original tweet? Because you might not have noticed. The original tweet has the logs in question. Right? And the person saying that they were to pay somebody $200 to not kill him, okay, but to post fucking meme images through his door. You know, wrong nonetheless, but you know? Then that gets posted over to the Kiwi Farms, and then they're jokingly talking about, oh, dude, be careful, because Chibi has a gun. That's what they're saying there. Chibi has a gun. They're joking that the Sharty is going to send some fucking kid to go and get, I don't know, shot to bits by Chibi reviews. They were not... Okay.
This would prompt Chibi to call law enforcement. Now, I can totally understand that if this is...
I don't think
$100, this would prompt Chibi...
Got finished talking with law enforcement. I'm fine, everyone. Was that not Chibi reviews getting swatted? Okay, I could be wrong.
To call law enforcement. Now, I can totally understand that if this is your first time here...
dicked. Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Orders received 07.
Thank you, Janky Johnny, for the 2. Chibi's got a gun. The Peter's got a gun. The Peter's got a gun. You better run. All right.
Hearing about this guy, you're probably absolutely shocked. Like your jaw's probably on the floor. Don't worry, that's a totally reasonable reaction. In any case, this leads me to the main point I want to make in telling you all this. When it comes to how people feel about Chibi, I'd say they can be divided into 3 different categories. Category 1 is people who are loyal to him and are his biggest fans. They believe he's 100% right, and that every bad thing that happened to him over the years was unwarranted, undeserved. Category 2, I'd say, is probably the majority of people, and it's people who maybe are neutral towards him or maybe completely disagree with him. But even so, Category 2 believes that this shit simply went way too far.
Yo.
Lies are truth, and we have always been at war with Lolitopia.
Thank you, Sisigado, for the 50 sec. I appreciate it.
It doesn't matter how much you dislike someone, threatening to dig up their dead brother is insane, and it's crossing every red line. And so this, of course, leads us to the last category, Category 3. These people believe that Chibi is a full-fledged pedophile, like literally on the same rank as Epstein, and that he not only deserves every single thing that has happened to him over the years, but he actually deserves way worse. Now,
No. Dude, this video is such fucking dog shit. The groups of people are, as always in this kind of situations, okay? People who support Chibi, sure. Absolutely, right? Then there's people who are sympathetic towards Chibi in the wider sphere, but don't necessarily watch his content. Then there's people completely in the fucking middle, right? Who maybe see some of the fucking memes, they think that it's kind of fucking funny, whatever, right? They probably disavow it though, right? So for example, you can see this in a lot of dramas with the burnt peanut stuff. A lot of that, like, a lot of that jumped off because the burnt peanut had a fucking viral video go around of somebody reading out his docs live on stream. They got turned into a meme, right? That shit got fucking millions of views. That's how the vast majority of people first found out about burnt peanut, although most people have probably forgotten about that at this point, right? But I am the lore master. I know where this shit came from. Then, you've got certain people, I'd say the majority of Kiwi Farms, a lot of the drama community falls into this, people who don't like Chibi, maybe some of them do or don't think that he's actually a pedophile, but largely dislike him, and then they still disavow the harassment. And then you've got people on the furthest fucking extreme, some of them might be doing it, some of them are probably endorsing it or cheering it on, right? But no. In terms of finding people that can actually support the fucking harassment that somebody's going through, especially when they're getting fucking doxxed and swatted and shit like that, that will be the farthest extreme, or people that aren't really that fucking engaged, you know?
Now, what's really interesting about Category 1 is that even though they're not
Okay, being fucking real. The people in the middle, he does have a reputation that goes far and wide as a pedophile, and people have just got fucking deranged views against people that they perceive as pedophiles online, so even a lot of people in the middle probably do think that a lot of the shit against him is okay.
Millions of people, they still hold influence because...
How's it going, Gamma? No, I've not got to Plapgate yet. We're getting there very soon.
As many of them are very vocal. And I'm going to show you an example. Around a month ago, Internet Anarchist, a YouTube channel with almost 2 million subscribers, would make a 30-minute video about Chibi reviews. Chibi would see this and would tweet multiple times about how much he dislikes this video, how he thinks it's slander, and how it's defamation. Him simply tweeting this would send his loyal supporters to come and brigade the video. It's currently sitting at 4,000 likes and almost 7,000 dislikes, with thousands of comments, many of the top ones completely disagreeing with the video itself. In their opinion, Internet Anarchist was justifying the bad things that happened to Chibi simply because he likes fictional drawings of underage children, and that the biggest mistake he did was simply shitposting, trash talking online. So the point of this yapathon was to show you that Chibi calling out Deme like this wasn't insignificant. Once he signaled that he disliked something, once he signaled that someone was being a tourist or a hypocrite in this case, Category 1 viewers will go to that post and brigade it. That's exactly what happened here. Deme would notice this, right? She made this post specifically for her community and would see these people come brigade her post. And so instead of ignoring Chibi, she would choose to reply. She'd say, wait, oh my god, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her? LMFAO. So, yeah, you're probably...
Yo! Let's go! This is the post that I had seen. Apparently this is what kicked all of this shit off.
You're thinking, Mugen, you just told me about how this guy went through the 7 layers of hell, but you're telling me he also got cheated on? Yes. And this will be the last bit of context you need to understand what the hell Deme's talking about. 2 months before someone posted that AI-generated image of them digging up Chibi's brother, on February 12, 2026, Chibi would tweet out, just lost my fiancé, my best friend, and my entire friend group in 24 hours. I have never been more alone than right now. This...
Yeah, he did tweet that. Dude, I'm fucking deranged for laughing right now. I think even when I was speaking about the Chibi stuff at the time, right? I was looking myself in the mirror. I was like staring at OBS, looking at myself, being like, what have I fucking become? What have I fucking become, man? Am I deranged? Am I insane? Am I mentally ill? But thankfully, my chat, you know, reminded me that I'm not mentally ill, and it's fine to take pleasure in the suffering of other people sometimes. So, I appreciate you guys. I really do.
This would also go
Audience captured? Echo chamber? What do you mean?
Extremely viral at almost 20 million views, 6,000 replies. Many people had things to say, whether it was to show him support or gloat. But it was mostly gloating, as you can see from some of the top replies. Chibi would then make a video further explaining what happened. In it, he'd reveal that his fiancée of like 10 years cheated on him with his best friend, someone that he's known for a very long time, I believe since...
Dude, okay, I am coming across as a little bit deranged. Okay, what you've got to remember is that I'm not laughing at what Mugen is saying here explicitly on the face of it. However, it is making me remember the video that Chibi posted, and that's what's making me laugh, okay? Okay? It's just references to the horrible thing that happened.
Childhood. Now, this is already horrible, right? But somehow it got worse. Because the friend group that he shared with his fiancée, upon hearing this, upon finding out that she cheated on him, would still somehow side with her, okay? Completely ditching Chibi and continuing to hang out with her and his ex-best friend, even though he had just gone through probably the worst moment in his life. According to him, this would lead him to drive out into the wilderness with a bunch of drinks and hope to leave this planet. He'd then say that one of his online friends would panic about him, call emergency services, and have him be picked up and sent to a hospital. And that's...
Yeah, this guy had like, I don't know, half a bottle of fucking whiskey. And then that's what he later described as a suicide attempt that somebody had to save him from.
Why he survived. Now look, obviously this doesn't happen every day.
No, Tyrone, stop, man. Stop. Between you and Mugen, you guys have come together to be able to make me look like a completely fucking deranged freak. When he holds up the ring in the video while he's crying. I'm not the one who's sick in the head. You're the one who's sick in the head.
Hey, someone cheating on you with your best friend, that sounds like something you'd find in a movie, like a nightmare scenario. But the fact that the friend group also sided with the fiancé, that was crazy. And what really didn't help here is that whenever someone online would say that Chibi is a virgin or that no woman loves him as an insult, Chibi would constantly flex the fact that he had a girlfriend.
Oh, I totally forgot about this fact as well. I went digging when that drama happened, right, to try and find examples of this. And frankly, there were just too many. There are far too many fucking examples. He's talking to community saying like, a lot of guys. This is how Chibi speaks. A lot of guys. This is the main reason that I hate him, by the way. More than the lolly, more than the pedophilia. A lot of guys ask me about how to get a girlfriend. Well, it's pretty easy, actually. If a loser like me can get one, you can get one too, guys. Right? and then he gets cheated on, and the friendship group chooses her. Oh my god.
Or a fiance, right? So him revealing this information to the world essentially meant that people were never gonna let this go. However, at the end of the day, this wasn't just probably one of the most significant things that happened to him in his life, but it's also one of the most significant things that happened to him in his content creation career.
Yeah, I do want to go back for a little bit of it, okay? Can we get some of the timestamps, some of the best bits? Please tell me there's some... Yes, okay. Let's go for the viewership graph and go and relive some of it, okay?
So, on the 11th of February, I discover my fiance...
What? He got the ring? He's got the ring?
Cheating on me with my best friend of 10 years. I confronted her about this.
Okay, boring timestamp. Let's get to this part.
Drank. And drank. Just sitting there drinking. And I was inches from death. And then suddenly a police officer shows up. Don't know how I was found, but he shows up. And he saved me at the last moment. He did. And I come to find out, after all this, it was Nicholas Light, that was the one that apparently called a wellness check on me.
Okay, this is not the good bit. This is not the good bit. Okay, most replayed moment, let's get to it.
But anyways, after she left.
No.
I did what anyone probably would reasonably do. I wanted to confine.
Wait, is that the moment? That is the moment with the ring, isn't it? That is the moment with the ring.
After she left.
Oh, man. There we are. The screenshot that would echo around for generations. That's what they took from us. That's what they took from us. Doesn't he drop the ring at one point as well? Yeah, it's poetic. It is. This video is fucking... it is actual modern art. It's total fucking modern art, dude. People will be discussing this in film school in generations to come. It's like actual fucking Kino. Yeah, like as time goes on, I believe this fucking story less and less and less and less and less, you know? Somebody wants to top himself, and so they decide to do it by drinking a lot of alcohol? What? And he remembers the police officer showing up, so... He was probably really fucking drunk, right? Insanely fucking drunk. But an inch away? Yeah, I just don't think so. I just don't think so.
After some time recovering, he would tweet this out saying, "Seeing how happy it would make my haters if I died, I live out of spite. Also seeing what I've seen today, I'm going to double down too out of spite." Before I go any further, to those that reached out, I promise to respond and go through it all later. I noticed a lot of pattern recognition from certain groups too today. Always the party of acceptance people, multiple flags are a big indication too. Certain usage of gifs as well, animals pretending to be human with subpar intelligence. I am also pro-ICE, and I think illegal immigrants should not be in my country. So this tweet was fairly significant because it pretty much showed us two things. The first thing was that he was fully transitioning into political content creation. This was not simply about anime or tourists or free speech and anti-censorship. This was now also about political...
Oh, fuck me. If stream ends in like an hour or so, it's because I've just typed in how much alcohol would it take to die into Google, and there's going to be an automatic call to the police. Alright, I'm looking into this stuff now.
Cool content. And the second thing here was that he was going to continue doing what he's always done, rage baiting and posting about his controversial opinions while calling out people he disagreed with very openly. But now this would be amplified. He would do it more and on a different level. Here's an example. As far as I'm aware, based on his online history, I don't think he would have quote tweeted a post like this a year or two ago. No, this is recent. And from then on, he would also make it a point to talk about how many impressions he's getting on the website and how much money he's making. In this post, he would flex that he was making almost $2,000 while thanking his haters for paying for his bills. Alright, I promise. Now you know all the context you need to know about Chibi in this video. When it came to Deme's reply though, one can interpret it in multiple ways. The first one could be, oh, she knows.
No fucking way. For an average person, you'd have to consume 25 standard drinks to reach 0.4% blood alcohol percentage. Bear in mind that the drink you're holding might be larger than a standard drink, but you have to drink it in a really fucking quick period, right? To be able to die from blood alcohol poisoning. Like, you couldn't just drink 25 beers over the course of a day. You'd have to do it in, like, what, like an hour, 2 hours, something like that? Okay, so there's no straight answer. Nice. Nice.
Notice she's being brigaded, she sees the source who's causing this, and the only thing she genuinely knows about Chibi is the fact that he's that guy that got cheated on, seeing how viral that tweet went. The second interpretation.
Yeah, the story about him trying to kill himself by drinking too much fucking beer. Yeah, okay, that's just not true.
That she saw where this was coming from, she found it to be Chibi, and she decided to be a mean girl. Hell, you might even think it's both interpretations. Up to you. Point is, she thought this was an easy slam dunk, and it kind of was. She did end up ratioing him, and to people who...
What are you talking about, a fucking easy slam dunk? No, Chibi Reviews fucking quote tweeted her, trying to jump on her fucking drama, and so she brought up his. That's fucking fair play. What are you talking about? He chose to put that shit online. If she wants to use it against him to fucking mock him, that's her fucking right. What do you mean? Again, the problem is that in this is that a guy could do that and get away with it. 100%. You think if somebody, if a guy got quote tweeted by Chibi and they responded with that, they wouldn't be able to get away with it. People would, oh, that's too mean. That's too nasty. You're being too mean now. That shit'd be fucking fair game. It's one, dude, you cannot convince me otherwise. 110%. It's because she's a fucking woman. That's the reason why.
Who actually used it.
And I say that as a misogynist.
This website, this means that it's somewhat of a victory. Chibi would reply to her reply and say, so you avoid answering why you retweet NSFW every avatar despite being upset about it in your post, then you cheer on cheating. Interesting. This would prompt Deme to say,
you're cheering on cheating. You're cheering on cheating. You think that it's good that I got cheated on? Yes, actually. Yes.
My bad for not wanting to see my model getting pounded. If people want to keep drawing it, then it's their choice, but I'm just not going to support it. Does that make sense to you now? And she would include a screenshot of exactly what she said in the reply to her post.
Alright, Tyrone, a little bit close to the fucking line, mate.
Saying, I'm completely okay with sexy stuff because I love sexy hot women. I just don't like porn. To which Chibi would say, so you could have answered first like this, but used personal attacks and cheered cheating. Not a good look. Now look, as a normal employed person watching this video, you might think to yourself, okay, well, I guess this is where things end. It's a public spat. These two had mean things to say about each other. I'm sure people will move on. Well, no. Things would get so bad in the coming 2 days that people would forget what started this to begin with. This was nothing more than the spark that lit up Chernobyl. Just so we're clear here, the spat between Deme and Chibi would occur on June 13th.
Shut the fuck up! No, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! This is not earnestly being brought into the fucking drama right now. Please. Please tell me this is not earnestly being brought into the fucking drama. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month has been brought into this.
Really would take less than 24 hours for this to become very significant.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, of course, it's by somebody called Meth. At more breasts on Twitter. Why does that not surprise me?
People even drawing fan art about this.
Listen, lads, okay? Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, alright? Unironically, it serves a public utility. It is actually useful for something, okay? There's a movement behind it. You know, it's an actual problem in society. Okay. We cannot use it like the worst fucking stereotype of black people using Black History Month. We cannot use it like that, okay? We cannot fucking use it like that, please.
This incident. But even before these 24 hours had passed, you know, even during June.
You're like insulting a black person, and then they bring up Black History Month. Or you insult a gay person, they bring up fucking Pride Month. Please don't let it be used for that, man. It's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked.
On 13th, this would escalate to another level when the YouTuber Parrot 4chan would quote tweet what Deme said to Chibi, right? Asking, aren't you the one that was cheated on? And saying, guy's fiance cheats on him with his friend, friends know and won't tell him, point and laugh at him for it, LMFAO, your own ex abused you in 2024. Gathering sympathy for your own abuse, but then turning around and making fun of someone else's abuse, you are a hypocrite.
Abuse! 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 abuse. If a man got allegations and the allegation of abuse was that he cheated on his ex-girlfriend, this crowd would absolutely fucking laugh it off, and they would be right to fucking do so. The idea that cheating is now being considered abuse. Oh yeah, my abuse. I remember when I went through my abuse. The mental torment of my abuse. Oh, fuck, what happened? Did you get, like, beat up? Did you get stabbed or cut, or... Oh no, you got cheated on. Right, okay, yeah, right. Cheating is not abuse, right? It's bad. You shouldn't do it, but it doesn't really reach that level, does it? It doesn't really reach that level. Okay, this is abuse. Just so we've got the metric, okay? After dealing with things being broken and thrown, screaming in my ear till it rang, having to scream for help till my voice broke, because I didn't want my phone taken from me, since I took photos of what happened, being pushed, being verbally assaulted, the constant lying, the bruises from being held too hard, I just want to move on. Just so we're clear, okay? That is an abuse allegation. Get the fuck out of here, cheating.
Deme. There will be an image attached here of a post Deme made talking about this abusive relationship a while back, in which she...
I mean, you go ahead, use it. Go ahead and make a joke out of that. You know? Go on. Make a funny joke out of that. Try and tease with the fact that she got beaten to fucking bits. You can do it if you fucking want. Like, jump in the fucking internet shit-slinging. Although maybe you don't think that it'll go over so well, because you know that it's not the same thing. Maybe.
Describe the terrible things that were being done to her. Now, this post would be significant, because many people who were disagreeing with Deme or having a problem with her didn't really know.
Shut the fuck up. Like with Looney Tunes noises. Shut the fuck up.
Know her that well, didn't really understand her history. This would start a new narrative. She wasn't just a hypocrite because of her NSFW takes. No, forget about that. She is now a hypocrite when it comes to relationships, making fun of someone at their lowest point when she had been in one too. With some
You're a You're a hypocrite, bro. You're a hypocrite. Yeah, your boyfriend used to fucking beat you black and blue, and now you're mocking somebody for getting cheated on. That's the hypocrisy. I fucking hate all of this drama and all of the people involved, except for my queen, who is getting godly divine Plaps on stream, Deme.
Others also pointed out was that ex of hers had actually stabbed her, and Deme claimed that this was because she was trying to save him from a suicide attempt. A while ago, she had even made a post saying that she does not regret doing that, and that if you make fun of it, you're an absolute waste of air. So now she wasn't just a hypocrite when it came to relationships, she was a hypocrite when it came to mental health. More specifically, suicide, because Chibi was about to leave this planet due to what happened to him with his ex. Another narrative popped up, with people digging up old tweets of hers where she was saying Happy Men's Day to my fellow men. To the people criticizing her, this meant that she never cared about men's mental health because she's so easily making fun of Chibi and what he went through. And still, on the same day, okay, a third narrative would pop up.
Can we just be like Twitter and most of online discourse and shit flinging? When it's people that you don't like, it is just like sadistic. Hopefully we can all agree with that, or at least, okay, it's not even agreeing with that. You've got to understand. With this take that I'm giving, it's not agreeing with that. You need to accept and appreciate and realize that, okay? I'm not going to allow disagreement on this take at all. You need to do some self-reflection. Just realize that, yes, a lot of online drama with people going through horrible fucking life situations, it's purely fucking sadistic. You can call it Schadenfreude to, like, make it a little bit, you know, more socially acceptable. But 100%, it's taking pleasure in somebody else's fucking downfall, somebody else's misfortune. Absolutely. Now, the difference there, literally the only metric for whether the stuff is going to be okay or not is it funny enough? Right? Is it funny? Is it distasteful? If you're making jokes, you're making jokes. And if she doesn't want that stuff joked about, you shouldn't fucking give that stuff out. What are you fucking talking about? Obviously.
This user would post a 2-minute clip from a VOD from 10 months ago in which Deme was playing the game Outer Wilds. They would say, big talk from someone who got railed on stream, afraid of NSFW, my ass, tagging both Deme and Chibi. Now this was very significant because this post had received almost 10 million views. And within literally just a day, we're still June 13th, 3 different narratives were created, all attacking Deme at the same time. This is when she would proceed to make a post on Twitter saying, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened on Twitter. What I meant by NSFW, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd, never have not been okay with it. I just don't like seeing people fuck. Lol. To me being a bitch, that's nothing new and I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect. Y'all are so bored that someone that just doesn't like porn made, you personally get riled up. I just genuinely can't really care. If you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, I see no reason to be even respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry.
I don't know, because I've tried to think about some of this stuff before, right? And actually weigh up, morally, what do I think about somebody asking for porn not to be made of their character? Because here's the thing, if you don't want NSFW, like, deepfakes being made about you, I think that's 100% understandable. And I think that should probably be assumed, right? So I understand that. But a VTuber model, it does represent you, but it's not really on the same level, right? And so I don't know if that stuff would be automatically fucking, like, unethical in the same way. It's antisocial, it's weird, it's freak behavior, but is it immoral in the same way? I'm legit not sure. And so if somebody wants to ask their community, please do not make porn of me getting dominated by black men, I would hugely appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's like, okay, making that request I think is fair. Unfortunately, in this community, you are gonna fucking upset your fan base by saying that, right? Start with the fucking 1984 spam, okay? You are gonna start upsetting key parts of your community that love your character for the Guna qualities to it, right? That's what a lot of people who watch these VTubers are in there for. So you're gonna upset your fans 100%. Making that request, yeah, sure, go ahead, do it. I don't really know if there's much more than that. I mean, making the request is totally fucking fine, and you can draw the line wherever you want it.
She would then continue and say, was it right to do what I did? No, but I never pretended to be a role model whatsoever and openly hate other people, so who's surprised on that? To the people bringing up what happened with my relationship in the past as a blow, we practically moved on from it too. If you actually watch my streams, he's on it all the time. And we're happy as fuck just taking a break from streaming in Japan. I've never hid that whatsoever. To the people who think I'm not a good VTuber, never did the norm, and I don't plan to cry about it pussy. She would then reply to two different replies, one supporting her and one shitting on her, and the latter said, so you're a massive bitch who mocks people for traumatic events that made them suicidal. Got it. Good to know. If you actually didn't bother to do any introspection, you're a sad person and speaks to your true nature, to which Deme would say, yeah, honestly, if we're talking about Chibi here, I don't sincerely care. I was genuinely surprised he was the guy. The person supporting her would say, I feel like that should
I think if you make your entire career on sexual stuff, complain about the internet sexualizing your model just seems kind of stupid. Yeah, here's the thing as well. I think this is the reason why I think she's got a pretty fair take on it. If you want to make sexy pictures and art of it, that's fine. But she seems to object only to drawings where she's getting, like, fucking, you know, plapped and dominated. I mean, the reason why I said black men is because the image that I saw, that apparently she made it in relation to, was her getting absolutely fucking destroyed by a huge black guy. So maybe I could understand. I think the request is fine. If, you know, a little fucking weird.
Should have been obvious to them. If we say NSFW, a lot of the times it is about people getting fucked or nudity. To which Deme would say, yeah, but they just want to farm Twitter engagement because they're poor as fuck and have nothing else to earn on. The OG post was obvious as fuck. So this post clarified her position on everything going on, but also confirmed that unlike what some people were saying that she had left her abusive ex, no, she was actually still with that same person and they had solved things, that they're now happy together.
Huh? What? Okay, that's weird as fuck. That sounds like a really fucking messy relationship. Huh?
And having a good time in Japan. On the next day, June 14th.
Okay, I guess if I had to speculate, he's going through like a suicidal period at the time. He's like mega fucking depressive. And so maybe things have improved since then with his mental health. Okay, fair enough. Jesus, that sounds really fucking weird though.
She would reply to this post again.
Especially, basically, my thing is there, why the fuck are you still with the guy and you're talking about it publicly on Twitter, right? You're opening up about an abusive period in your current relationship. I don't know why you'd want to introduce that, especially when the guy is also like he's got like an online platform. If you want to talk about your abuse, talk about your abuse, but it just hits a little bit of a weird fucking tone, you know?
And say, to add to this, I talked to my community about what people are saying. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite. I do advocate mental health for women and men. I, however, do not care about Chibi. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username, but I should have been the better person and said nothing. I've learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and the association with it. For people who think I'm backpedaling, no. I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest, especially that it was towards him. He's a piece of shit and everything about him is disgusting to me. Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general. For the original post, I didn't make the post for people to delete art of me. I did it just as a reminder of my stance, which hasn't changed. It annoyed me that people have the time to scroll on my page but not take the time to literally read the OG post and the reply not an hour after specifying what I exactly meant. So yeah, it annoyed me when all the blue badges came crawling in. My bad to my community for getting into drama again. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. Pancakes and waffles. Also, I'm not stupid. I know me saying my stance on the porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post was for people who cared about my stance. So she would clarify here, hey, I probably shouldn't have said anything to Chibi and just ignored him. I do advocate for mental health for women and men, but I just don't care about Chibi. She would.
I think that stance is totally fucking reasonable, right? I mean, you're not like DMCAing anybody, reporting people to Twitter, stuff like that. I think that's totally fucking fair. Like that's a super fucking lax take.
Also specify, yes,
she's wrong. Wait, where is she wrong? What do you mean? Nope, she's wrong. Literally, where is she wrong? She's expressing like a personal preference for it, right? Okay, I'm gonna give the real take. The real take why people in the VTuber sphere get fucking annoyed by comments like this, where people say don't make porn of my character, is because it ruins the goon, right? It spoils the spank. That's what's actually going on there. People are upset the next time that they're fucking jacking off the art of her fucking VTuber model. They're gonna have to have in the back of their mind, oh, Deme wouldn't like this. I'm going against Denme's wishes. If Deme could see me now, that right. That's the reason why people get so annoyed about it.
Acknowledges the Streisand effect, right? When you don't want people to know something, then people start talking about it more in regards to nudity. But she doesn't care about that. She was just making a post talking directly to her community. That's it. After this post would get made, Chibi would tweet this out, saying, instead of apologizing and making peace...
Okay, see, part of me wants to make a joke about her being wrong because she's a woman. I understand the impulse, I truly do. I get it, I empathize with it.
She doubles down in latest post and blocks me. I think this says a lot about them. And he would show a screenshot of Deme blocking him. He would then...
Oh my god. She hasn't apologized to me. She didn't apologize to me. Dude, shut the fuck up. Has Chibi Reviews not said foul stuff about people before? I'm 99% sure that he has.
Find out about her new reply that she made where she talked to her community, and he would also comment on it, saying, says sorry, not sorry. I just hate Chibi because he's a weirdo and will cheer on cheating because of it. Locks replies, treats me worse than the boyfriend that stabbed her in the leg that she's still with. Someone knows they're getting pushback.
What do you want, bro? You want a fucking blowjob? What do you mean? Deme, I treated you so much better than your boyfriend. How could you treat him better than me? How could you treat him better than me? Are you asking for Plaps next? What do you even fucking mean by that, dude? This is why I just... This guy's in his fucking 30s, right? And yet every time that he talks about relationships or dynamics like that, he somehow manages to sound like a fucking 12-year-old boy. What? I'll cheat on cheering. This whole hysteria over cheating and cheering on cheating, when people make fun of you for having been cheated on, it is. There is something else going on there. There's a certain dynamic that's twigged in your fucking brain.
So look, by now I'm sure you can understand how things have already started to spiral, and depending on your algorithm, depending on who you agree with, depending on how hard you look, you could find two very differing opinions at this point. The first group was focusing their hate on Deme, and the second group was focusing their hate on Chibi. This would, however, escalate to another level when Chibi would post again. This time a video, with him saying, addressing the VTuber drama, how she went mask off, and how I was personally attacked. Linking a video, and the thumbnail is Deme with text on her saying, she attacked me. In it, he would talk more about the things I already mentioned in this video. He'd call her a hypocrite, he'd say that she doesn't care about mental health because she attacked him and doesn't care that it almost made him leave the planet, etc, etc. Now, just like how on Deme's post, most of the replies were negative, the same thing can be said here on Chibi posting the video. So as I said...
Yes! Okay, let's go. Alright. I was worried that this would be a complete, like, Chibi redemption arc. I thought it was going to be the beginning of that. Nice.
Had two very differing opinions.
Where did the Plaps thing originate from? It's such a gross word. Eleonora, I would just say think it through, I guess. I guess I would just think it through, you know?
And you could find those opinions on the posts of these two, right?
I think it's pretty self-evident, no? It's like an onomatopoeia for, you know, never mind.
So look, this video would get a lot of attention from both sides, and the new narrative, other than the three others that we already spoke about, was that Deme was attacking Chibi. She was the aggressor, and he was the victim. Seeing all this, Deme would make another post, saying, addressing the drama, live right now, linking a Twitch channel that does 24-hour reruns of past Deme streams, baiting people to click on it. This post would go as far as being community noted, with a note saying, the linked Twitch stream is a 24/7 rerun channel replaying VODs, not a live broadcast. But while some would call this a
This was W Rage Bait, and anybody saying anything different is fucking coping, alright?
top-tier troll, there was a looming shadow that was making its way towards Deme. The clip of her allegedly getting
This fucking tweet is insane. The caption here is crazy. Didn't you get butt-fucked on stream? Get the fuck out of here, you hog. Your type do more harm to the community than anyone else could.
being railed on stream was truly blowing up. Like, I mean, it was going mega viral. So much so that a user would make fan art of Deme getting piped while also making fun of the incident where she was stabbed.
That's foul.
Right, saying, please don't let him find out, otherwise he'll stab me with the scissors again, effectively making it seem like she was cooking her boyfriend. Now, Deme
Why the fuck did you read that out, Mujin? Why read that part out?
would, for some reason, quote tweet this fan art. She would not, however, address this whole getting railed on stream thing, so I don't know why she decided to quote tweet this post in particular, but here's what she had to say. Chibi fans want to preach about men's mental health while making fun of a man's suicide attempt. I got slapped.
Oh, true, actually. I didn't even think about that fucking aspect to it. That's actually true.
Accidentally when I pulled the scissors away from him, trying to save his life from a horrible decision. Their obsession with the cuck fantasy also checks out. I had no idea that Chibi Reviews tried to take his own life, and I don't wish that upon anyone. As I said before, I don't care about the guy in general. I'm not going to apologize to a guy who dated a teen when he's pushing 30, scammed his fans out of thousands of dollars of a lawsuit that never happened. Never in my life have I heard of people.
I don't think Chibi has ever fucking responded to the teenage allegations either. I think the stuff's spiraling around that she was 17. Some of the allegation does seem to line up, but impossible to say conclusively, you know?
Siding with a cheating future wife in any scenario, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not surprised the guy doesn't understand boundaries/consent. If you want to hate me through how I speak and carry myself, fair game. However, if you're going to always complain about harassment in Twitter and cause harassment on me getting physically harmed, it makes zero sense. Anyway, I'm gonna continue my Japan trip. Peace emoji. Now, she would reply to this very shortly after and say, had to update the tweet since I didn't want to spread misinformation, my bad on that. And what she was referencing was the fact that in the first version of this, she would link an image in which Chibi Reviews says, went to Walmart today and saw some cute LOLIs, which honestly made my day, lol. So this is a fake tweet, right? Chibi never tweeted this. Many use it to hate on him because if it were to be true, this would be him admitting that he pretty much likes children, right? IRL children, and still calls them LOLI, even though they're meant to be fictional characters, right? So, you know, just...
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Destiny assured me that IRL lolly meant cartoons, like fake children. What do you mean real children?
Straight up admitting he's a pedophile. This image has spread so much throughout the internet that there's a lot of people who believe it's real. In fact, even Internet Anarchist, when he made his video about Chibi, had initially included this tweet, which later forced him to re-upload the video once he found out that it was fake. In this case though, Deme would fairly quickly remove it and edit the tweet because I'm pretty sure you can't edit after an hour had passed. But to some, the damage was already done. It didn't matter. You clearly knew what you were doing trying to slander his name.
What the fuck is this guy saying? No, no, no! Get back here, you slag! Who the fuck is this guy? Wait, we've got fucking gammons in VTuber drama now, okay? No, no, no! Get back here, you slag! Did I just see you edit out the fake screenshot of Chibi? I mean, if you edit out, I mean, that's fucking fair play. No? You're minimizing the spread of that stuff? You're making sure that it's like, people know that it's not real? Okay.
Name and no amount of trying to fix it will solve this. Now this tweet, of course, would attract many people who hate her. It would receive a lot of backlash. It simply didn't do anything to calm down Chibi fans who were pissed at her. At the same time, I'd be lying to you if I said that Chibi wasn't also receiving hate himself. As I
Yes, let's go! Chronic shout out! That's one of our guys! That's my boy! Live Chibi Reviews reaction to his fiance getting railed by his best friend. Oh no, he fucking missed it. Open brackets, he's black. That would have been the best one.
I said, opinions were really divided into two categories with no nuance. You either hated Deme or you hated Chibi, there was no in between. But here's the thing. All of a sudden, you had a third group of people join in on this drama. People who didn't really care who Chibi or Deme even were. They were just shocked to see a VTuber allegedly getting railed live on stream. This is yet another post referencing that same stream, getting over 7 million views. Here's another post saying this clip makes it far more obvious what the fuck LMAO getting.
Okay, do we have a look at this now? So we haven't really been engaging with the clapping allegations, right? But yeah, this manager Jojo guy has been putting out a few clips that kind of undermines the narrative. I've got to be honest, it just sounds like she's making really fucking weird ESL noises while she's like rocking back and forth in a chair. Too much energy drink? Maybe? On drugs? I could see that. She's an up-and-coming streamer. Getting fucked? No, I don't really think so. So I don't know who this Deme person is, but this clip is deceptively edited to remove her saying, God, dude, am I reading some fucking e-sex, dude? Before purposefully gasping and moaning while reading the rest of the messages.
This thought of concluding our elders' curious and challenging research increases my heart's temperature, my love. God, dude, am I reading some fucking, like, e-sex? What the fuck is going on?
Right. And then that leads into the actual clip.
Orbital probe cannon won't be asked. Wow, I cannot. If I would left to visit her friends, she fears Idea may feel responsible. What the fuck does that mean? Said certainly our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. Giving an orbital probe cannon all the power it structurally would stand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can and as far as it can. Sorry, I cannot fulfill this request. Sorry.
Okay, that's it. It just looked kind of freaky. It just looked kind of freaky from the outside looking in, alright? But as somebody who has experienced similar deceptive editing of their live stream content, I don't think she was actually getting plapped. That would be fucking insane. And it'd be insane that she'd be moving so little, you know?
What the fuck does that mean?
Like, I don't know, it just seems like somebody who's like, you know, slightly rocking back and forth in their chair. You make worse faces all the time. It's not the faces, Tyrone. It's not the faces.
5 million views. Someone would say, man, she's weird for doing this, but why do people care about this? The person who posted it would say, who knows? I just thought it was funny, LMAO. So see, this was a third group of people coming in.
Her model had been moving so much more? Yeah, I think so.
And not really caring about the drama. In fact, they don't even know how this drama began, just acting shocked over this. This is yet another post saying, yo, Deme, I think you might want to take down the VOD. Getting railed midstream is kind of crazy. This would again get over 6 million views. And I mean, in general, for June 14th and 15th, this had taken over the entire website. Now, yes, of course, I'm going to show you clips so that you can make up your own mind, but I just want you to understand. This had gotten so viral that when you go to YouTube, you can try this right now. Pause the video and do it yourself. If you just as much type Deme, you will see one of the first results being Deme plays Outer Wilds number 2. Deme Outer Wilds 2. Demonishki Outer Wilds. Deme Outwards to VOD. This didn't just...
Oh my fucking god, it's fucking real, dude. It's fucking real. It's fucking real. Deme plays Outer Wilds 2. Deme... Demetrius Johnson, that's not the one we're looking for. Dementia, Deme VTuber. The crazy thing is, the people who would need to type in Dementia are going to be typing in Dementia over and over and over again. So if you're beating that in the fucking search algorithm, something has gone really fucking
But I
wrong.
just want you to understand. This had gotten so viral that when you go to YouTube, you can try this right now. Pause the video and do it yourself. If you just as much type Deme, you will see one of the first results being Deme plays Outer Wilds number 2. Deme Outer Wilds 2. Demonishki Outer Wilds. Deme Outwards to VOD. This didn't just take over the algorithm of Twitter. This took over the YouTube algorithm too.
Well, there's like a weird mix that's happening here though, right? This is like a mix of this is a mix of people who were there for the fucking drama, right? 100%. And then this is also people who are typing it in because it's like softcore porn that they're going to go and fucking jack off to with the idea that this girl's getting plowed live on stream. People aren't necessarily there because they're super interested in the Twitter back and forth between her and Chibi reviews. People are looking for straight up fucking goon fuel.
Prior to this drama, this VOD had like 50...
Can we be fucking real? What man has sat down and time-stamped a woman's stream to that minute level of detail if they're not jerking it?
50k views, maybe 60k views at most, under 100k for sure. In less than 48 hours, it had reached over 800,000 views. And as you might expect, Most of the top comments, actually no, you know what? All of them are referencing her being railed. There were multiple comments describing in very painful detail what was happening during every suspicious event. I mean, this guy right here would just admit it himself. He spent 6 hours watching the VOD and making these timestamps. 6 hours.
Holy fuck, this guy's cock has got to look like Golem at the fucking end.
Everyone making these timestamps would claim that she was getting railed for over 2 hours on stream. So look, at this point, it's pointless to keep talking about this. You have to listen to it yourself to make up your own opinion. So let's do this. I'm going to increase the volume during editing on these clips so that way you can tell what's going on even if you're on speakers, because...
Oh my god, Muujin knows exactly what he's fucking doing. He knows exactly what he's fucking doing. Go and look back at this video in a couple days. I guarantee the watch time is going to peak and drop off around this fucking period. Yeah, Muujin's trying to fucking cash in on the goon views. I guarantee you.
The people claiming she was getting railed were also claiming that they could hear clapping in the background, alright? So it's up to you to decide. Let's actually start with the first clip that went viral here. It's 2 minutes long, and this really was the one that started this narrative, okay? This is patient 0. Watch for yourself.
Of course. This? Of course! Yes! I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says that was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked if... Wow, I cannot fucking read, dude. Dude, that was like actually like grade 1 level of like reading, dude. Oh my god, dude, shit. Oh my god. I just need to like calm down. I'm calm now. I hope you're pulling my my This is so good. Read slower.
Basically, dude, nice commentary, Dickers. Hands up. Shut the fuck up. My hands are clean, okay? Literally. Also, I guess the question that this drama boils down to is dick or dyslexia? What has she got in this clip? What has she got in this clip? And now I've got a personal bias in here that I have to admit, okay? I have mild dyslexia. And so I feel like I can empathize with this to a little bit. To like a small degree. You know? Dyslexia mixed in with like 4 fucking energy drinks in a row, alright? It's not a good mix. It's not a good mix at all.
You just gotta just...
Oh, is she also ESL? Wait, hold on. Deme.
Lock in, dude. Okay, sorry. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Casava. Oh.
Wait, she's from the Philippines. Oh, okay. That's another aspect to this as well then, I guess. Yeah, Demoniski/about. Account based in the Philippines. I was right! Oh my god, I was fucking right. What did I say earlier? She's not white. She's some kind of Mexican, Asian. That is literally the Philippines. Okay, nice.
I think I just have to go more American, sorry. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain that they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on an indefinite hiatus. Whoa! I suddenly can read really properly, what the fuck? Tell Private and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain from the construction yard from now. Update. Mallow and I will join you and Dad's. Private left to... I can't. Private left to visit her friends. She fears Idea may feel responsible. What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? Mallow, my better 50%. Casava is sending in the last of its cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Wait, they found the eye!
Alright, so this was the clip with 10 million views. What were you supposed to look out for? Well, according to the people alleging that she was getting railed here, it was about her over-the-top reactions. It was about her constantly wiggling back and forth. It was about her behavior in general, alright? Now, to the person that said this clip makes it far more obvious, WTF, LMAO, also garnering 5 million views, I'll let you watch it and decide for yourself.
We'll be ignoring that setting. Oh, I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it structurally would stand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can and as far as it can. I see.
So again, same argument here. Her behavior, the way she's...
Yeah, and I think before this, she'd said something like, this sounds like E-sex, or, yeah, I don't know. Listen, if you need to believe that she's getting fucked to be able to enjoy this content and watch this stream, all right, more power to you, okay? More power to you. But I feel like for some people, it might be a little bit, just a little bit of motivated reasoning going on here.
talking, the way she's moving. These two clips were enough for these people to conclude that she was being hyped. Now I'm going to use some of the top comments on this video of people who genuinely believe that she got railed, so that you can determine whether what they're saying is real or not. One top comment would say, bro, the clap, crying emoji, so let's take a look at that.
Ooh, I can pause it with nearly 100.
Shut the fuck up. No fucking way. No fucking way. This is what people are fucking referring to as the evidence.
Clap, crying emoji, so let's take a look at that.
Ooh, I can pause it with nearly 100%.
Right, so that clap right there was deemed suspicious. Another top comment would say,
overly suspicious clapping. Far too suspicious clapping. A single clap. I don't know. Do I need to explain this? When you have sex, there's going to be multiple claps. There's going to be multiple claps. And we're hanging on one single clap to be able to prove our case. Okay.
She tried to play that off, linking another timestamp. Let's check it out.
I need to keep on sight everything that's already still here.
Another top comment would say here,
I mean, yeah, I've gone and taken a look at a little bit of her content. I don't know. She just seems to be like an e-girl VTuber who is like a quirky who's got like a quirk chungus personality for stream, and she's going like to the thunder in the background, right? Yeah, that seems to be what she's responding to, but she's trying to play it up as though, oh, that's so spooky. I'm so scared.
I need to keep on sight everything that's already still here.
Another top comment would say here, she is really...
It's just insane. It's nobody fucking thinking, okay, is this girl just playing up crazy fucking reactions for stream, or is she getting fucked for 2.5 hours straight? That's par for the course territory, okay? That is par for the course territory.
Taking it here, bro. Linking another timestamp.
Dick is just play along. All right, Dan Jr., you're gay. You're a gay man. You're not even getting anything out of this.
Fuck. Maybe read more than half of the instructions. Like, okay, listen.
Actually, other than timestamps, is also most replayed. Oh my god, this VOD has been watched so many times. Around 112, it's the most replayed part of the entire video, so we can check that out too. It's her with her tongue out.
What do you think is happening in that instance? What, she's eating cum? Is this the theory? She's got her tongue out eating cum? What are we theorizing that's happening? Literally, what are we thinking is happening there?
God, dude, I need to stop sticking my tongue out when I'm focusing. It's really fucking embarrassing and I don't know how to fucking stop.
All right, so I guess it's mostly about the tongue here, and the rest of this most replayed part.
Is she getting ready for for the money shot? What do we think is happening? It's just a theory, a game theory. Okay.
Is the clips that we already saw, the ones that got 10 million views and 5 million views. I guess, okay, the actual last thing I'll show you is something from this diabolical codex of timestamps, in which this person highlights that Deme was being, well, choked.
Huh? I've not seen this.
Why is everything going bad?
Hashtag Tyrone.
Thank you, Janky Johnny, for the 2. I apologize. Listen, it's men's month this month. It's not gay month. We're keeping this shot on lock. That's her getting choked out.
is everything going black?
Some of these people have just watched way too much fucking porn. That's it. That is literally it. It's people who are used to, like, jerking off to anime girls 24/7, watching way too much fucking porn, probably never had a real interaction with a woman. Believe it or not, I don't know. You don't choke a woman and then it's immediately like, I'm dying. Why is everything going black? Okay.
I saw a post on Twitter saying that this was proof that she liked to be choked during, you know what. But I'll leave that up to you. Was she actually going through that, or was this nothing more than a bit than a joke? And I'd say the last notable clip here is someone on Twitter claiming that...
Bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
As a member of the Lesbian High Council, forget Dan.
Okay, Lizzie, I appreciate the two. Thank you very much.
She is grabbing his shit on stream, also garnering around 5 million views, okay? Again, up to...
It's just, people are looking for any movement of this girl's fucking VTuber model to try and fit in whatever kind of, like, porn narrative they can.
You to decide.
Boom.
Have you ever been touched by a woman? Have you ever been touched by a woman? Now, you tell me, okay? What does that look like? What does that look like to you? So she puts her hands like that, and then she moves it in. Does that look like to you somebody bringing in the cock? Come here, penis. Come here, penis, okay? Let me just... Is that what you think's happening? Or is she doing... Is she doing that? Is she doing that? Is she bringing a mic closer to her and, like, adjusting it? What do we think? Porn has ruined people's brains. There is a generation of men that have been ruined by easy access to online porn. It's done. It's fucking done. Mic adjusting? Dude, look at the original fucking clip. She's clear, like, I think she's clearly just adjusting her mic. She is just adjusting her mic. The options on the table that you need to decide, LK, alright? It's decision time. Is she adjusting her microphone, or is she currently jacking somebody off using only the pivot of her knuckles? It's decision time. You need to give your answer. Oh, hell nah! She grabbing his shit on stream! Nah. She gotta go!
I think it's been 10 months.
And with that, you are all caught up to the clips where people were claiming...
Dude, okay. Brigid Lord, he knows.
...that she was being railed. Now, of course, while this did go viral and led to millions of people believing it, there were still some people that disagreed, right? That offered counter-arguments. Like, for example, this person would show this clip saying that, yes, this clip where she acted kind of sus was missing context, because this is what happened prior. This is referencing the clip that got 10 million views.
The thought of concluding our elders curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. God, dude, am I reading some fucking, like, e-sex? What the fuck is going on?
Regardless, though, this had blown up beyond anyone's wildest dreams, but instead of addressing this on Twitter, Deme would actually take the decision to address
hidden ball tickle technique from the mountain monks. It could be some very advanced techniques we're looking at here, to be fair.
It in her Discord, straight to her community. She would post an announcement saying, "I'm not really surprised that Chibi viewers genuinely believe I had sex on stream because they probably never heard a woman talk to them IRL. Nikita, her boyfriend, was literally streaming at the same time. They're literally trying to make themselves have a POV. You can't make this shit up. They can't defend themselves with the points I've said, so they're doing a character smear campaign. Also, this was the time when we can hear each other during stream because he was in the bathroom. So to her, this was ridiculous. The guy was in the bathroom. She would never get railed on stream, and this was nothing more than an attempt to disparage her character. However, some people caught wind of that Discord announcement and actually decided to try and debunk what she was saying. This person right here would say, I believe Deme is lying about the date of her Outer Wilds stream. She claimed it was August 10th, but during her stream, she opens Instagram and you can see the date on her desktop, it's August 12th. She was streaming on August 10th, but she was playing Battlefield 6. You can see the date on her desktop again. Her boyfriend was streaming on August 10th as she claimed. You can see his desktop time too. So why does the description on her VOD say the Outer Wilds stream took place on August 10th and not August 12th? August 12th being the same day her boyfriend has no stream VODs uploaded. I think it's because she's lying and needs an alibi for her boyfriend.
All the way back a year ago? Really? So she got fucked on stream. Let's think it through. She did get fucked on stream. All right, she was getting plowed for like 2.5 hours. And she knows she was getting fucked on stream. So to obscure the fact, she has labeled it incorrectly as the wrong original date streamed, okay? And this was intentional. It was not an editing mistake when uploading the original VOD. It was intentional to hide the fact she was getting fucked. Why not just not upload the VOD?
Keeps moving up and down on his chair.
Yeah, I've got a huge fucking butt plug. Yeah. Screwed right into my gamer chair. Thank you for the €5 is... At that point, okay? At that point, why not just not upload the VOD? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think?
This doesn't prove she did anything dirty on her Outer Wilds stream, but I believe it does prove she changed the date of the stream in her description, which is pretty sus in my opinion. Does anyone have another explanation?
Literally you can go and check this shit out for yourself. Why is this getting hundreds of thousands of impressions on Twitter? Just go to the internet Wayback Machine and just see if they've changed the description. There are ways that you can prove this stuff. Literally ask Grok.
Happily correct myself if so. So now the detectives were on the case, but here's the deal. Deme's Discord...
I'm gonna be real. I don't even care if it happened or not. It's funnier to think it did. It is funnier, all right? It is funnier. I can't... Listen, that's the one thing that I can't disagree with in this story. It's just people making obvious fucking misplays when they're handling drama. Like, what are we fucking doing? That's the behavior that annoys me more than anything else.
Post trying to explain to her community what's going on would somehow backfire. Because now the narrative went from, oh, she was being piped by her own boyfriend live on stream, to the new narrative, which is, oh, she says her boyfriend was streaming at the same time? Well, that means she was being piped by someone else. She's cheating on him and her boyfriend is a cuck. Yes, this somehow still managed to escalate to another level. The way these people would reach this conclusion is by linking the VOD of the boyfriend as Deme was streaming at the same time. They'd claim that while her boyfriend was streaming the game Counter-Strike, Deme was being piped by another guy on the opposite room because she was screaming in the background. Watch it for yourself.
Guys, Demi screaming in the other room, it threw me off, man. Okay, that's my reasoning behind that, okay?
Wait, hold on. No, I know this. Yeah, I know where that came from. There's literally, it says in the top left-hand corner, claim. I can't do this, and Plaps sounds. And then it shows her stream. Right? People were trying to claim with his VOD. Mugen's even fucked up the story here. So, what happened originally, apparently?
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Yo, thank you for buying a sub / gifting a sub. Thank you very, very much. All right, let me know what happened in Kick Chat, okay? This doesn't pop up for me. I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, so what people were originally doing with this is they were trying to have a look at his VOD, okay? And using the audio there to be able to prove definitively that she was getting fucked off stream, right? Until people cross-compared it with her stream, and then that's where this video comes from. So this is actually a debunk. This is actually a debunk post.
Now, look,
no fucking way. This guy again. Thank you, Dicker's Rapist, for the gifted sub over on Kick. Hugely appreciate it, buddy.
Same person who tried to debunk Deme's behavior in her Outer Wilds stream by adding more context would again pop in with a post with over 5 million views saying that these allegations were incorrect. He had matched the time codes of both the boyfriend stream and Deme's stream and concluded that her screams had nothing to do with getting piped. You see, the clip we just watched, he'd argued that at the same time this was happening, this is what was happening on Deme's stream.
It's actually from before, right? They're just, I don't think, the only thing that can kill me is I can't do this! I can't do this! I can't do this!
Now, one of the top critics of this user would be someone saying, dude, you are cutting the nearly 2 hours of video where she bounces around and moans. It's a 2-hour-long video and you just nitpick the parts where she looks less suspicious and then edits to make her look innocent. And while yes, this post of...
Something tells me that Ben Dover has been over this VOD extensively. This guy is now an expert on what happened on August 12th, 2025, on this girl's stream. Dude, there's no way people are weighing in with fucking Bend Over as their name.
If the parts where she looks less suspicious would get over 5 million views and would get people agreeing with it, it would of course still get backlash. Just like everything we've seen, honestly, so far. With this person calling Deme fans cuckolds, you know, implying that they're...
Did this PSP 1G guy not say he was leaving the internet a year ago for beating her up and hurting himself? I swear I remember something like that. I could believe that, yeah. I could believe that. If my girlfriend was a content creator and I'd, like, stabbed her while I was trying to kill myself, yeah, I'd probably get offline for a little bit, you know? Yeah.
Just coping over the fact that she was being railed on stream. Manager Jojo, the same guy who was trying to debunk these claims, would even go as far as show proof that these two VODs actually line up by showing his editing software, because some were claiming that he was using the wrong VOD and that he was a liar. By this point, this was really all over the place. Depending on your interests on Twitter, it could have literally just taken over your entire...
And we're back! Alright, that was a short one. Apologies for that.
Personality at this point. You had detectives, you had shit posters, you had normies who had no idea what was going on that were just interested in the idea of a VTuber getting railed on stream. As I said, this had been trending on Twitter for multiple days, claiming that there were over 250,000 posts made just talking about it. It would become a global phenomenon, spreading as far as Indonesia, the entire Spanish-speaking community, and even China, okay? Do you know how many Western dramas make it to China or Japan? I apologize in advance for revealing to you this information, but this Japanese person would claim that they love Deme, the idea of a VTuber getting piped on stream is really hot, and would then proceed to spill their mayonnaise over this image of her, okay?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Every time that I see some kind of VTuber, like, fan interaction on Twitter, I suddenly understand all of the fucking draconian laws that they have over there. I suddenly understand all the fucking draconian laws. Like, I didn't realize until the other day, in Japan, you can't even film people in public on public transport without their permission. You have to literally ask them, am I okay with filming you right now? If it's like a friend, or you need to have their, like, consent otherwise. To stop people randomly, like, candidly filming people to be able to goon to it later on. Japan is even worse than the West, somehow, and the VTuber community is infected with whatever the fuck they've got going on there.
I can't really explain this in more detail, alright? He would just empty his mayonnaise bottle on this image of her VTuber model. This had escalated to the most ridiculous level I've seen in...
I just, genuinely, I can't remember another drama where you've got huge commentators like this, including in there that, oh, by the way, yeah, this weird fucking freak in Japan, yeah, they did a fucking cum tribute. They did a cum tribute and posted it on Twitter. Yeah. Why do you think people do that? Why do you think people do that? People do that for humiliation.
So long. And yet, I'm here to tell you that it somehow escalated further and got worse. So by June 16th, barely just a few days after this had began, Chibi would make a tweet saying, I feel this is important to say. If Deme actually offered me a sincere apology, I'd accept it on the spot. I believe in forgiveness and goodwill. However,
what if I have photographic memory? Me, 1. Japan laws, 0.
Apologies are hard nowadays because of pride and ego usually gets in the way, especially if you're a content creator. So again, as I said earlier, to Chibi, he was the real victim here and Deme was the aggressor. If she had simply just apologized, then none of this would have happened. He would also comment on all these viral clips of that Outer World stream, saying, when it's multiple examples of her getting railed, it's no longer just an act. We don't have complete definitive proof, but it is damning. Now, of course, this would lead to some people saying,
we don't have definitive proof, but we do have damning proof.
We don't have complete definitive proof, so it's fine to call Chibi a pedophile then.
Oh.
Just the usual back and forth that you find on this website, but you get the point. To Chibi, she was 100% being piped on stream, and it further showed just how bad her character truly was. But this simply wasn't about her brand or VTuber model anymore, because now this would escalate further by including the way she looked IRL. Yes, this image shows Deme in real life. A Twitter user would make a now deleted post, I'll explain why it's deleted, but they would make a post attaching this image and calling Deme a whale, right? Attacking how she looks, body shaming, etc, etc. Now what would happen next was unexpected, I think, to many, especially the poster. Asmongold would come in, reply to this post, and say, only a fool. I'm pretty sure I cannot say that word on YouTube.
Wait, what? I've seen clips blow up of Asmongold explaining the exact definition of a foid. Is this why? I had no fucking idea about this turn in the drama.
Only a fool would post a photo like this of another girl in an attempt to shame her. For many, this is an A or even S tier body type. Only jealous girls with eating disorders wouldn't understand that. She carries less fat in her face than you do. Think about that. Asmon would say this because other than the picture of her body, it would also include this image of Deme, her actual face. This reply from Asmon...
As a man who has been on dating apps before, I'm assessing this image right now. I'm dissecting it. And what I think I'm realizing is that the hair may be curated in a certain way. Do we need to go back? Okay, Remnant77 comes in, says nope for you. Yes, because she's not white. All right? Thank you for your input, Remnant. We appreciate it. Okay, let's go and have a gander. No. She's carrying a little bit on her face. She is carrying a little bit on her face. I would say she's got a healthy, maybe plus-size body type. That's what I'm deciding. That's what I'm deciding. All right? That's what I'm deciding.
Reply to this post and say, only a fool. I'm pretty sure I cannot say that word on YouTube. Only she carries less fat in her face than you do. Think about that. Asmon would say,
she's a cute, normal woman. Yeah. Okay. I did say, admittedly, right, I do want to own up to this. I did say earlier that she had a hippo ass. I do see what Tectone's coming at with that, all right? But, in this case, maybe that's a compliment.
Say this because other than the picture of her body, it would also include this image of Deme, her actual face.
I mean, if you've got a hippo ass and a human face, I think you're doing something right, you know?
This reply from Asmon would get almost 1 million views, and he would get a lot of hate for it. His own community was fairly outraged over the fact that just 2 months ago he had made a video titled "Fat Acceptance Has Gone Too Far," and there he was, very directly defending someone that they thought was fat, but in his opinion was an S-tier body. But here's the thing.
Yeah, but he's also being misogynistic at the same time, so... I don't know how to feel about that. That's a confusing one for me.
The person who had initially posted this, right, calling her a whale and getting hundreds of thousands of views, maybe even more than 1 million, was expecting Asmon to maybe react to this and agree with them on stream. When he would come in and disagree, though, the original poster would, without exaggeration, have a meltdown. They'd say, I mean, you call people fat all the time, bro. Let's not play the hypocrisy game. Also, photos were already publicly available. Let's not play this game, bub. Again, sit this one out. And they would continue to say, says male. So you insulted women for no reason in your response, and yes, I'll insult the whale. Have a good day, bro. Keep up the good political streams. I'll be tuning in. They'll then make another post saying, also, I am a man, bro, so you trying to play hero was retarded. Just saying, man, want to read a profile before you jump in like a simp and talk shit, lol. They would then make another reply saying, lol, this thread got some angry crybaby Simpson here, lol. I mean, please continue. Here we go with another reply. Funny how literally mine is...
Oh, dude, the ratio between the likes and views is pretty fucking brutal as well. 6,000 impressions. 6 likes, 10,000 impressions, 23 likes. It is over for this guy.
A select few simps. The majority agrees with me, Asmund. Take the L, my guy. You have been racking those up lately. Gotta relax a bit. Lol. This person...
Oh, Asmund with the D.
So we'll then go ahead and tag 3 different content creators, calling them out, saying, hey, you guys would love this. You might enjoy this L take from Asmund. Hey, check it out. Come here. Look at this. And the last thing they would say is, people are telling me now to block Asmongold and report Mass's account. Yeah, no, I don't do that shit. It is retarded. He has a right to comment even if it is a retarded take. Unlike most people on here, I am not sensitive. He is allowed to roast me, as I will him. And yeah, shortly afterwards, this person would go ahead and delete the original post. But the reason why I'm even mentioning it was because the damage had been done. As I said, it would get a substantial amount of views, and now more people...
What's the take that Destiny used to give back in the day? If, like, regular Twitter shitposters, or, like, regular chatters, got the kind of engagement that big streamers did just for one day, they would have topped themselves. Yep, probably.
People were aware of how Deme looked IRL. Most of them probably didn't even know that she had revealed her face and her body. But now they did. And they were using it against her in replies to her posts. But don't worry, we're not going to be talking about her body too long, because something else would sprout out during this whole radioactive mess. Some people would find old tweets of hers, like back in March 2023, in which she said, I have BPD, which stands for borderline personality disorder. She would say, I'd like to apologize for sometimes, in a way, sabotaging my own growth in Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm not good with change, to be honest, so when chat starts to be different and etc., I kind of freak out mentally, trying my best to be better, much love. So this person would write an entire post of 12 paragraphs, garnering over 3 million views, attaching this image we just saw, and would essentially say, hey, listen, my sister has BPD, so I can speak on Deme. And in it, he'd argue that much of her behavior that her haters had a problem with was due to
No fucking way. No fucking way. It's something I have relatively intimate knowledge of. Yeah? As my sister has BPD. Bro, you got intimate knowledge of your fucking sister, dude? Oh, yuck. And I had a coworker whose whose wife had BPD. Yeah, okay. I think that some of that might be embellished.
to this, saying that people with BPD will see
If you commented on a fucking mental illness online and your intimate knowledge includes having a coworker whose wife had BPD, you probably don't know what you're talking about. Just don't, just talk shit online. Don't pretend to be a fucking expert or having some kind of like intimate knowledge of stuff.
the world in black and white, and that they will frequently engage
The girls I dated, dad was gay, so I'm basically a master of
in
quiz.
Darvo, deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. So at this point, there were many, many narratives being used.
They will frequently engage in Darvo. No, Darvo is an intentional abuse tactic. What the fuck are you talking about? People with BPD might be mentally ill and might misstructure or, you know, kind of deal badly within their relationships. But if you're using, like, intentional abuse language to be able to describe that, like, you're missing the mark.
Against Deme that honestly, even I can't keep track. But look, regardless of everything, right? Whether people were using her IRL appearance, her current relationship with her boyfriend, the fact that she has BPD, honestly, nothing mattered when put up against the main thing that people were interested in, which was the narrative of her being piped on stream. So on June 16th, she would finally make a tweet addressing it, and she kept it very short, saying, if I was crazy enough to fuck on stream, I'd at least have an OF to bait engagement skull emoji. Stop forcing your cuck fantasies on others, my ass too fat to move that little. This would garner millions of views, but it would also garner many.
Wait, that's a good point. We hadn't even fucking considered that. We considered the fat allegations and the fucked allegations. We'd never put them together before. That's true, actually. That is true.
Replies, and I mean, it's really mixed here. Looking at the top reply.
I mean, with that kind of surface area, we would be looking at more than one Plap, surely. We would be looking at way more Plaps than just one.
Replies, one can say that genuinely.
You're telling me that somebody was having sex?
Replies, and I mean, it's really mixed here. Looking at the top.
With a woman, with all of that going on, and all we got was a little bit of a fucking wiggle and a single audible Plap? You're crazy.
Replies, one can say that genuinely half of them are siding with her and half of them are going against her, saying, yeah, dude, we have enough proof to deduce that you were actually doing it live on stream. As this was happening, Chibi would tweet this, saying, hold up, is it true she's deleting tweets to hide evidence now? This all could have been avoided if she didn't double and triple down. My mask off ability is stronger than ever. As this was going on, he would do.
Oh my fucking god. Chibi Reviews pretended to be some fucking drama player who always fucking wins. Has Chibi Reviews ever actually won a drama? I'm pretty sure this guy just, like, cries that people are being mean to him, and then cries that they're calling him a pedophile, and then, well, he just, like, waltzes off into the distance and jerks off to little girls. Has this guy ever won a drama? I don't think so.
Something that he always typically does.
Okay, Lizzie, Jesus Christ. Yet again, alright? Too close to the fucking sun. Holy fuck. Okay, please do not wish terrible things on people, even if you hate them. Very important.
ABSOLUTEPLAPPER.
That spells absolute plapper. Thank you. Thank you, Kit Katza, for the 2 Canadian.
As whenever there's a conflict or drama surrounding.
That's actually a fucking good point. He wins by scamming money out of his audience. That's facts.
Him, which is post a screenshot of his stats, saying my stats on Twitter for the last.
Wait, really? In the section you passed by, Muujin had to remove a part of the video. Lamau? Really? Edit. It seems like the tweet about It seems like the tweet around Deme tweet. Am I retarded? Or is this fucked up? Seems like the tweet around Deme tweet, yeah, okay, around 49 minutes was fabricated. I cut that out as soon as I could. YouTube processing takes around 40 minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, nice.
7 days, showing that he's gotten over 17 million impressions, which also means money since he's monetized on the website. Now, Deme wouldn't post anything for around more than 24 hours since she would make that post.
Oh, okay. Snot-nosed Swagger tweeted about it. All right, we'll go and have a gander at that. We'll go and have a gander at Snot-nosed Swagger. Let's go. Okay. And he got a fucking Mugen retweet on it as well. Nice. Okay, so this is what got deleted. Mugen cut out a Deme tweet that was fabricated, and Chibi Reviews says he purposely spread fake information to ruin his career and label him as a criminal. The tweet Mugen cut out was a fake Deme tweet that Chibi was spreading around. Here's the unedited and edited segments. It has been brought to my attention that my partner had an incident where he essayed someone close to me. What? He's changed since then, and he's gone to therapy. I know it sounds bad, but people aren't defined by their past. People can grow. So Chibi says, this all started with me calling out her hypocrisy. Yes, it's true that she's deleting these tweets. It's nuclear level bad. And a big yikes! I actually am concerned she has Stockholm Syndrome at this point. This is horrifying.
As this was happening, Chibi would tweet this, saying, "Hold up, is it true she's deleting tweets to hide evidence now? This all could have been avoided if she didn't double and triple down. My mask off ability is stronger than ever." So here Chibi would be referencing another allegation, the fact that she was deleting posts about her boyfriend's past behavior. And this...
Okay. So that's what he edited out. I mean, I guess, you know, W. Mugen for editing that part out. Unfortunately, he fucked up a lot of the coverage along the way, but we forgive him.
About how if she really wanted to get railed on stream, at least she would have an OF account. And then on June 17th, she would decide to make this post, saying, "I was ready to genuinely take this to the ground because of the idea that, why should I ever feel bad being rude to someone who's a piece of shit? But after some reflection, the thought occurred to me, do I really want to go as low as him though? And the answer was no. I said what I said because I personally think that there is no scenario that a friend group chooses the side of a fiance that cheats. I can't even fathom friends siding with a
Shut the fuck up. This has got to be tongue-in-cheek.
cheater. However, would I have brought it up if I knew that he was suicidal because of it? No. I admitted it in the previous tweet, so why didn't I apologize? Because he's this and that, blah blah blah. But I thought about it, and that kind of ideology is quite harmful. I knew I was wrong, and I admitted that twice, but I didn't apologize. So after reflection, I am sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone suicidal. It was a low blow even if I didn't know, regardless of whether he was intentionally being a piece of shit. I don't want to stoop to his level. I'd rather be better and learn from my mistakes." So
boo! Boo! Never apologize! Never apologize! These freaks will never accept when you give a fucking apology. They'll say that it's not true, they'll say that you didn't mean it, they'll say you're running scared, they'll say a lot of fucking shit, okay? But they will never accept your apology and move on. It'll just feed the fucking drama machine. There's legitimately no reason for it.
this was Deme essentially saying, look, I know what I did, I know I've already said it was wrong, but I didn't apologize. So at this point, I don't want to stoop as low as someone like Chibi. I do want to apologize. I had no idea that he almost left this planet due to this happening to him. So I'm sorry. I'll apologize, even if you were intentionally being a piece of shit. Now, Deme had reached this conclusion, right? She felt this was the right thing to do. There were some people who supported her, but for the most part, the replies were either littered with, "This isn't a real apology, you owe Chibi more than that," and "Why did you apologize? Chibi doesn't deserve an apology." Now, shortly before this apology, Chibi would
I'm in the second camp, to be totally
make
clear.
this tweet, saying, "Keeping it real and personal. I think the reason Deme attacked my personal life like she did was because 95% of the time, people get away with it. You all have
Nope, 99% of the time, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my comeuppance.
seen the tweets people have made about me, so the fact this blew up in the VTuber Deme's face is even a shock to me, and I know it is for her. Every post she makes has a shit ton of likes, but you're hard-pressed to find a single positive comment defending her, and if you do, they are ratioed. Now, I'm not saying she's botting, but I know others can push bots on someone's post. It's not normal for a post to get that many likes, like 99% of the comments totaling hundreds or even thousands disagreeing with the main post. But onto the real point, I legit have weathered so much hatred that truthfully these last few days have been nothing. Nothing compares to the real-life pain I experienced months ago. The worst day I had is behind me, and I have grown mentally stronger because of it. It's just funny seeing how I can cause a massive crash out on this scale for someone that is more successful than me. Anyways, just my throwaway thoughts on this entire situation was an extremely rare miscalculation that I didn't even expect. So here Chibi was pretty much, I guess, gloating that this had blown up in Deme's face, even though she's more successful than him, while also kind of accusing her of botting, or at least her community of botting, saying that her posts get way too many likes compared to how many people are willing to defend her in the replies. What do you think? Are they bots?
I fucking hate this guy. I literally, with every fibre of my being, I find this guy fucking detestable. For reasons that I can't fully articulate. I just think that he's like an annoying loser. But that kind of underplays exactly how much I hate him. It's hard to describe, it truly is.
Or are they simply employed? Up to you to decide. Upon seeing the apology, Chibi would make this tweet, saying, after days of doubling down, Deme has finally decided to apologize to me at the end of her latest tweet. Before she did that, however, she made sure to call me a piece of shit, along with a few other things, despite saying she won't stoop low. Progress, I guess. So to Chibi, yeah, she did apologize, but it wasn't really an actual, real apology, but hey, at least it's progress.
The only thing that these kind of people will fucking accept is if you get down on your fucking knees and say you wish you'd never been fucking born. You wish you never said anything negative about them at all. In fact, they totally won the fucking drama. It is so fucking gross. And that's why you should just never apologize. You should just never apologize online. You know? If you reflect and you actually think that you did something that was like out of line with your fucking principles, I guess you can say that, right? But like giving a specific apology for somebody, there's literally no point because it'll never be respected. It'll never be received. I mean, presumably, I don't know, she seems to get how drama goes. She probably made that tweet knowing that it would never actually fucking land, but hey-ho, still a waste of fucking time.
Hours later, he would make another tweet, saying, despite Vtuber Deme offering me an apology that called me a piece of shit and she will never stoop low, Deme went on to posting this on her official Discord saying the apology was never intended for me. However, prior to the Discord messages, she privately DM'd me on Twitter apologizing. So this means her private apology to me in DMs wasn't sincere at all, which is why I am showing it. So this was the screenshot of what Deme said in the Discord. I'm going to read it out. She said, I'm seeing a lot of messages here in the Discord. Please, crying emoji. It was never for them. They would have never been any of my viewers. Look at any of their profiles and realize that I angered the group of people that I would have banned in my chat anyway, literally. I did this apology not only for me, but for my community to be able to move on. I personally think I can genuinely think someone else is a piece of shit while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing something too. And then he would show the image of...
Wait, what? That's just doubling down on the fucking apology. No, she thinks she did something wrong, but okay, maybe the contradiction is going to come along here.
Think someone else is a piece of shit while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing something too. And then he would show the image of her sending him a DM saying, Chibi, genuinely my bad for making you remember something that traumatized you. I had no idea when I made that first message. So look, objectively speaking, right, Chibi is wrong here. He'd say Deme...
Yo, let's go.
He went on to posting this on her official Discord saying the apology was never intended for me. I'm pretty sure he's referencing the first paragraph here, her saying it was never for them. I'm pretty sure here she was saying that this apology wasn't for anyone who was trying to slander her name, anyone who was saying that she was getting railed, anyone that was calling...
I mean, she's clearly talking about wider communities, right? These people would have never been my viewers.
She would specifically say, look at any of their profiles and realize that I angered the group of people that I would have banned in my chat anyway, literally. Maybe Chibi's referencing her last sentence. I did this apology not only for me, but for my community to be able to move on. But then she would specify, I personally think I can genuinely think someone else is a piece of shit. Here she's referencing Chibi, while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing something too. Someone would reply to Chibi's post saying, I still wouldn't trust it, but that's me. And then Chibi would say, she straight up admitted it wasn't an apology to me with these posts. So there's nothing to trust. Again,
this guy is such a pathetic fucking crybaby. It is so... It's literally beyond me. I literally can't understand how somebody, and I will remind you, is in their fucking 30s and they're acting like this. In their fucking 30s and is this much of a pathetic fucking crybaby. Oh my god. It's just not worth it. It's not worth apologizing to the guy ever. Actually, maybe it is. No, maybe it is. Because you know, actually, I'm thinking about it now. You fucking know that he feels 10 times worse after receiving the apology and then being able to convince himself that she was never sorry. She was never actually sorry. You 100% guaranteed he feels worse now. That's a W on Deme, actually.
Again, I would think that most people looking at this wouldn't really understand it the same way, but regardless of whether she actually meant it towards him or not, Chibi was not convinced. He was not ready to let this die down. On June 18th, he would make a post saying, Vtuber Deme has apologized to me, but do I accept it or deny it? Linking a video and an image of Deme's model on the ukulele apology. At this point though, people had already somewhat started to move on from this, but to the people who were still invested, there were many mixed opinions. She didn't mean this. She was forced to make this apology. Or she actually meant it. Or even if she didn't mean it, just move on already and get to something else. In this video of his, he would reiterate what he's already said on Twitter. The fact that this wasn't a real apology, the fact that her Discord message disproved what she was saying to him in DMs, while giving a full 17-minute recap of what happened so far, and of course referencing the whole idea of her getting railed on stream. Watch.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing Chibi crash out on Twitter over the Mugen video. We'll go over that afterwards, okay? I promise you.
Trying to retweet NSFW of her model, despite saying she doesn't want it. But even prior to this, she literally has these streams where she's making very suggestive and adult-like sounds. And, you know,
it's like performative levels of misunderstanding women. I don't know. This entire drama has, like, led more credibility to the allegations against him. More credibility than the original fucking document did, I can't lie.
Let's just go on a limb here and humor the fact of what some people are saying, that Deme, you know, wasn't getting, you know, stuff like that in the live stream. Okay, the sounds, the way it is presented is very suggestive. Now, I'm gonna say, I don't care if a VTuber or anyone wants to do that. What I am saying is that she had the audacity to do stuff like that within a stream, even if nothing was happening, and then goes on to do stuff like this. It's just like, you know what you're doing. It feels very performative, it feels very hypocritical, and virtue signaling.
So yeah, it seemed like Chibi was not backing down from this. He was still using the same talking points, simply reiterating them on the video, while also insisting that other than the Discord message making it sound disingenuous, she couldn't even say the word sorry in DMs, she could only say my bad. Again, proving to him that this wasn't real. He would then end his video by saying this.
That's content creation. The internet will not let you forget. So even if she was to apologize to me, people, that wouldn't be enough for them. Even if it was enough for me, it wouldn't be enough for them. But I will say, if she genuinely does want to apologize, I will accept an actual apology instead of these backhanded, back and forth things going on, trying to label me a piece of shit just for being weird. It's just, all this started for me calling you a virtue signaler. I would like to remind that. So,
for Chibi, the narrative had not changed here. He was the victim, she was his aggressor, but
it's fucking insane! It's fucking insane the way that people fucking baby this guy. It literally doesn't happen to anybody else. People bring up Tectone's dad being a fucking rapist all the time. They mock the shit out of him for that. Nobody fucking cares. It is only Chibi Reviews that gets fucking or gets this kind of treatment for stuff like this.
If she's still willing to make a sincere apology to him, he's willing to forgive her. What do you think of this? Is he right here, or is he moving the goalpost to the point where Deme can never win? Now, speaking of Deme, it seems like she genuinely moved on from this and isn't interested in pursuing it further. On June 18th, the same day Chibi would post his video, she would tweet out, "I have never had this much compliments with how I look before. I've always been insecure with being a bigger girl and struggled to lose weight because of EDS and PMOS. Maybe I'll send an update photo of my progress since a lot of people are liking old tweets." This would get a lot of attention, and yet again, the replies will be very mixed. On one hand, they're not willing to let her forget what she did to Chibi unless she apologizes, and on the other, well, they were just they were just being gooners, okay? And with that, congratulations, you're all caught up on this absolute radioactive mess. Here's hoping it doesn't progress further. Alright, so final thoughts. If I had to compare this to something, I would compare it to World War I. You know, history books tell you that World War I started because Austria's Archduke, Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated. But after 4 years of one of the most brutal wars in human history, after millions dead, do you think anyone in 1918 thinking about the war was like, oh yeah, I remember how it started? No, it had escalated to something so crazy that it didn't really matter how it started. And that's the same.
Yeah, true. Okay, doesn't seem like we're going to get any more juice out of the squeeze. So, let's go and see what Chibi thought about the video. Alright? Now, my thing the entire way through is that it's been a little bit too sympathetic towards Chibi, if anything. Right? Kind of backed up a lot of his narratives about things, thinking like, damn, that's fucked up, that's fucked up. Even spent 10 minutes to go through a long, sprawling explanation of all of the backgrounds of Chibi Reviews being fucking cheated on, including, for some reason, the swatting, which literally completely irrelevant, only there to be able to score sympathy points for Chibi. But let's have a gander at what he has said in response. Okay? Okay, nice. Such a disingenuous video and thumbnail, with multiple points being flat out wrong by Mugen. Crazy. Fucking insane. This guy is immediately crying about the thumbnail. Even the thumbnail is implying Deme never posted that she cheered me being cheated on. What? This is how much of a fucking crybaby this guy is. For anybody that's still holding a fucking candle, or is still somehow fucking sympathetic towards him, this is the length that this guy will go to fucking bitch and moan and cry and act like he's a fucking victim. The fact that the tweet of her mocking him for being fucking cheated on isn't in the thumbnail. He thinks that should be the headline of the fucking story, apparently. Apparently that should be the fucking headline of the story. I'm sorry, bro. That is a fucking footnote. Nobody gives a fuck about you being cheated on, except for people who want to mock it and laugh at it, okay? Literally a fucking footnote. Sorry, bro. The Plaps are all anybody's gonna remember about any of this. Also, you conveniently paint the drama as if Deme never said, "Didn't you get cheated on? Lamau is the main reason for everything happened." Huh? Is the main reason everything happened. Literally in the fucking video. You couldn't even get the story about being cheated right. You said fiancé of 10 years. It was my best friend of 10 years. That's true. That's true. Although, I mean, knowing Chibi, 10 years? How old would she have been at the start? I wouldn't put it past him. You definitely got most of your notes about me from misinformation. You were making sure at every turn to make me look as bad as possible, with bias to give people the impression I'm a borderline criminal or pedo. Fucking disgusting. Literally where? I don't even understand how you get this fucking take. Dude, I pray to God that this guy makes a video about this. Please, Chibi, I'm not convinced. Chibi, I will join your side, okay? If you make a video essay breaking all of this stuff down and explaining exactly how you've been criminalized. I mean, it's not like he's getting any more content out of his YouTube channel. Let's be fucking honest. What are we getting out of the fucking Chibi Reviews channel right now? Lolly doing fentanyl. Gets anime. Gets an anime by Netflix and Mappa. Do not watch this video. The Eve situation got 10 times worse. This guy is still trying to milk the fucking Stellar Blade controversy. Damn. Okay. Weeks later. We love it. Okay, Chibi needs to put together a fucking video essay for me to be convinced about it. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. Let's go on. How Mujin's viewers are seeing his non-bias video. Been getting DMs like this all night. Dude straight up lying and spreading rhetoric similar to my harassers. Disgusting. Yeah, so just to be totally fucking clear, alright? When you've got stuff like this going along, and people are getting doxxed and people are getting fucking swatted, to try and throw that in any way at the people who are mocking them online, this is the reason why you don't fucking do it, okay? This is the reason why you don't fucking do it. A, completely undeserved. You're a retard fucking F-slur if you're trying to throw that at anybody in like a sincere fucking way. And second of all, this is how it's going to be fucking used. Dude, you're repeating the same rhetoric. You're repeating the same rhetoric as my harassers. Sorry, you're a pedophile. I'm really, really sorry. Listen, okay? I know you don't think that you are. Unfortunately, the facts say otherwise. Okay, what's Brit saying about it? Mujin made a video for all of his employed people. Here comes everyone that knows that you started it and are farming it for money because you're poor and this is your only income. Do yourself a favor and apologize to her, fucking creep. I'm assuming your friends were jumping at the opportunity to drop your weird ass. Who takes what she said to her Discord community, as she wasn't apologetic to you? Anyone with a fucking brain can understand she wasn't sorry to the freaks who think she got railed on stream. Are you an ableist? She has a disabled leg! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Dude, these are the kind of people online who self-describes themselves as employed to be able to give their fucking takes. Can't fucking read it again. Speaking about jumping on things. Are you an ableist? She has a disabled leg. Look at her VODs, and she moves the same. TLDR, incel shames woman for setting boundary, and cries when she claps back because your original post was uncalled for. This is the harassment that he's receiving. This is the most fucking milquetoast TM that I've ever seen somebody send to somebody on Twitter. Literally didn't even tell them to off themselves either. I was expecting at the very least a little bit of that, right? Holy fuck. Okay. Wow. That's the shit that he's crying over? This guy is such a fucking bitch. Unbelievable. Okay, next one. It really annoys me how often people make hit pieces on me using obvious misinformation that can be easily disproven. Every time somebody comes at me, most of the time they got massive skeletons in their closet. Look at my history and you'll discover I'm right. People will go out of their way to defend cheating on a partner or mocking a dead family member just to hate on me. Seeing bigger content creators echoing in lies about me constantly is genuinely insane. The Chibi Reviews hate bandwagon must be lucrative for making money for people to have this rock bottom of morality. Yeah? Dude, if people mocking you getting fucking cheated on is cheering on, I don't know, people being unfaithful. I mean, what does it say about you? Gooning to fucking little girls and boys. Siblings gooning with each other. Huh? Are you cheering on incest? Is that the way that we're fucking going with it? You're cheering on child sexual exploitation? Something tells me that the logic wouldn't really work the other way around, would it? Mugen did such little research, he inadvertently put a fake tweet that he had to cut out, which he had to clarify. 2,000 people saw this and now think I'm a pedo, causing to question his entire video. Can somebody tell this fucking narcissistic, antisocial prick that the tweet wasn't even about him? The clarification wasn't about you, little bro. The clarification wasn't even about you. Wait, hold on. I've just realized I'm scrolling through Chibi Reviews' Twitter. Okay, can we get anything else? Can we get anything else about this? Okay. Okay. Oh, talking about Kiwi Farms. Let's go. Ah, yes. Let's use the source from a user that actively works or gains information from Kiwi Farms to cyberstalk, lie, and swap people. What the fuck? Chronic's never done that. What are you fucking talking about? Chronic's never done any of that. Does Chronic get his information from Kiwi Farms? Welcome to drama, buddy. The user spreading lies like, I got my balls removed from surgery, retweeting creators that work with Kiwi Farms and that spread fake narratives about me. Not to mention biased sources that also go after Tectone with lies. And we know how you hate him, Mugen. People aren't blind, you know. Right, so this is in response to Mugen posting this and then clarifying exactly what tweet got taken down. So Mugen is just like blown him the fuck out and made Chibi Reviews look like a fucking retard by clarifying that, no, actually, the tweet had nothing to do with you. And then this is the hissy fit that he's posted in response. Let's have a look at some of these bangers. Just clocked that Chibi Reviews' fiance paid for him to have his testicles removed. Is that not true? Is that not true? Okay. Is the misinformation that Chibi Reviews now has 0 testicles, when in fact he still has 1? Is that it? He did have cock and ball surgery at some point. Okay, I'm just honest, Grog. Did Chibi Reviews, okay, have his balls removed? Question mark. Okay. So he did have ball surgery, but he did not lose the balls. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Did somebody say cuck fantasies? This isn't even a lie. He did get cucked. Whoever... Dude, Tenanza, let's go. Whoever gave this retarded pedophile a free win should be dismembered immediately. You're assuming he's telling the truth. I'll only believe it if he shows a police report. Okay? So somebody says that they got swatted, and you don't believe them. Is this some, like, insane fucking conspiracy now? Is this condemnable behavior? Yeah, I don't fucking think so. Especially when it's from somebody like Chibi Reviews. This guy is just objectively, you can't even disagree with him on this, okay? Even Chibi fans surely couldn't even disagree with him on this. He is not a reliable narrator, right? He lies, he spins, he gets a lot of fucking details wrong. He is not a reliable narrator. Chibi Reviews continues to support Tectone, despite the court finding that there are reasonable grounds to believe that Tectone both sexually assaulted and stalked Pinky Chew. That's just correct. That is just correct. Oh my god, please. Dan Saltman, make my day. Dan, if you can hear me now, send Chibi Reviews the Snark Left Discord server. Send Chibi Reviews the Snark Left Discord server logs. You know that there's stuff in there about him, okay? You know that people have talked shit about him. You know that there's material to be able to give there. Share the logs with Chibi Reviews. We need to get more eyes on this. Truly we do, okay? He's calling out the snarkers. It's time to go. Dan! Dan! That would be Kino. That would be absolute fucking Kino. Buys outright stuff. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. So this is somebody else that Chibi Reviews is retweeting. Alright? Objective look. Does not cover Deme quartering style false flagging and false DMCA claims, nor the fact she loudly declared she would abuse DMCA and flagging to delete criticism earlier this year. Wait, did she? Hold on. We need to have a look at this. Okay. I'm gonna be completely honest. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, bro. Why is the only censor on this Discord screenshot the date and time? And we're supposed to believe these people are, like, honest critics about what's going on here? Alright, bro. Fuck off. Yeah, this is fucking slimy. This is slimy as shit. You're posting the screenshot around and you're fucking censoring the date and the time? Yeah, okay. You're fucked. Also, another announcement. I'm going to be completely honest. And if you're a fan, I'm going to assume you're in the Discord. And if you're not, too bad. I will be DMCAing content on all platforms of me that farms engagement using porn/NSFW based in thumbnails, TOS related things, gambling, political ideas that aren't mine, TLDR. If you're using things that aren't in the video just to bait shit, just baiting shit or to bait shit with my image. So if you're farming on YouTube with some bullshit thumbnail about me or some sexual shit, you'll get a DMCA soon. Right? This might be true. This might not be true. I know. I would at this point. I don't know. Okay, that is giving me crazy fucking sus vibes. So I might need to go into a Discord to be able to check if that's actually real. But hey ho, they say that it's early from earlier this year. Even just taking it at fucking face value, that's bad. Okay, we condemn that. Streamers should not be abusing the TOS. Fucking obviously. That gives a bad fucking taste in my mouth, though. Okay. So somebody says, quick update. I got compared to Cinder on her stream. Apparently, I only care about numbers and not my community. Her whole chat and herself mocked me. She even said, people like me are why streaming isn't fun. People with passions actually grow. Link to the video. Deme reacts to Twitter drama. Okay, I don't care. I was going to watch it, but she claimed it. In the Netherlands. Yeah, it's gone. Lol. Oh, okay. Did she do that? If she did, that's bad. I was right. So Deme illegally uses the DMCA to strike down clips of her. She's a flaggot too. Yeah, so there's also info. This is all from back in 2014. Oh, sorry, 2024. Oh, no, this isn't. Oh, no. That is the exact same thing. Deme is a flaggot. This is an old video she did not want up. We will talk about her history tonight. So all of this shit is from 2024. Really? Wait, this is the crucial context that people are fucking leaving out. The drama has now reached the fucking... It's just dead, okay? The drama is fucking dead. I don't know. Okay, the drama is fucking dead. None of this stuff is new. Oh, no. The Mama Akko stuff isn't new, okay? Mama Oko was tweeting about it recently, but the original thing that got DMCA'd is from 2 years ago, it looks like. Oh, okay. So it got taken down in 2025, and then this tweet talking about it is from 2024. Okay. So, yeah, this is old shit. This is not new shit. Why did you omit that, Mujin? Probably because it's irrelevant to the drama. That is the content creator equivalent of Scorched Earth. And I'm certain many people, especially other content creators, care more about that than Deme's personal drama. This should be front and center in an objective look. It's a relevant drama from like a year ago. I mean, I don't know what you want me to fucking say. I'm being unironic, okay? I'm holding my fucking hands up, being actually fucking serious. This is just fucking like Twitch stream and shit. Like, are we really expecting for the rest of time that every video made about Extra Emily needs to be about her DMCAing clips? Every video about Cutie Cinderella going forward needs to include her fucking DMCAing clips? Let's be fucking real. There has been a long history of Twitch streamers abusing the fucking DMCA system. That's just fucking true, okay? They don't have the same fucking standards over there. A lot of those people are totally fucking retarded. That's just the fucking truth. Alright? I don't know. Has she apologized from this? Has she done it again? Doesn't seem like it if you're having to reach back a fucking year. Alright. I don't know. Am I defending Muja more than anything? It's just like a retarded criticism that you've got to include that in the video. You obviously fucking don't, right? Oh. Yeah. There we are. Well, Chibi was getting cheated on was irrelevant too. A lot of the harassment towards Chibi is pretty fucking irrelevant. Yeah. And that's still got to look in. I mean, arguably that's still in favor of Chibi though, right? So the video includes like details that are biased in favor of Chibi, and like the details that he would be, you know, like liable to. How is DMCAing an unauthorized NSFW reproduction of our OC valid TOS? Or did I misunderstand? It's not valid TOS, right? To be totally clear, it's not valid TOS. But yeah, it's bad. You know, there's no way to pin reports or strikes on an individual unless they live in Germany. Not 100%, right? Not 100%. Maybe she's got some kind of response to the drama at the time, but, you know, I guess we'll see. Yeah. We need a glasses emo. I'm pretty sure you already have one of those over on Twitter. Sorry, over on Kick, right? Yeah. I mean, if you can take a look at the screenshot. I'm just taking it as read that it was actually of Deme. Because it says, taken down by Deme. Now, it's easy to be able to spoof somebody's name on a DMCA takedown notice like that, right? But yeah. I don't know. And it seems like she said she's going to engage in DMCA-like behavior in the past, so there we go. Yeah. That's that. Alright. Is there any other little bits and pieces from around here to cover in the Deme Plaps drama? I think there might be. Is there a Twitter article that got made about it? Has she tweeted about it at all? Let's have a gander at her Twitter profile. Now, I know that she does retweet a lot of fucking porn on her account. And NSFW stuff about her fucking... I mean, I guess I can show this. This is safe for work. It's like... What are we fucking doing here, lads? No, thank you. Okay. Nothing else? Okay. Damn. It really just is her and Goonabait. Alright. Fantastic stuff. There we go. Nice. I don't get the hypocrisy argument during all of this. I actually fucking don't. Like, people are okay with, like, certain things, especially if she's just, like, expressing a fucking preference. She's okay with certain drawings and not okay with people making others. If you care, you care. If you don't, you don't. That's fine, too. I don't know. This is, like, the most reasonable foid that I've ever seen online. I literally don't know what to fucking tell you. I actually don't know what to fucking tell you. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, I don't know if these guys would be like, you said that you were gonna give me a blowjob, so why can't I fuck you in the ass? You fucking hypocrite bitch. What are we doing here, lads? I don't know. Very fucking weird. Wait, hold on. I saw that I got a tag on Twitter. Apparently, wait, did Remnant take it down? What? Hold on. Did Remnant take that down? Where I call him a racist? I think I saw that earlier. No! Wait! He untagged me! Okay. Right now, I'm dissecting it. And what I think I'm realizing is that the hair may be curated in a certain way. Do we need to go back? Okay, Remnant77 comes in, says nope for you. Yes, because she's not white. Alright? Thank you for your input, Remnant. We appreciate it. Okay, let's go and have a gander. Yeah, there we are. Okay, nice. We appreciate that. Oh, man. I don't know how Twitter works. And I'm told tagging people in posts causes it to not get views. You want that to get views? Me calling you a racist. Nice. Yeah, okay, okay. We'll run that up on Twitter, buddy. Don't worry about it. We'll run that up on Twitter. You know what? Yeah. There we go. We'll run that up on Twitter. Spread the word far and wide. Remnant is a... what are we going to go for? Remnant is a Jared Taylor style white supremacist, okay? That's the narrative that we need to be pushing with this shit. 100%. 100%. In before, Jared Taylor's not a white supremacist. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Nice. You know what? That's all nice and self-contained. So we'll see what happens there. Alright, I was going to do a super fucking long vid, or a super long stream today, so I think we might be calling it quits there. Okay? I appreciate it a lot. This is going to be a little bit of a short stream, because tomorrow I am taking off, and I will not be streaming at all. I'm going out tomorrow night, so yeah, there we are. I need to wake up at a normal fucking time. Okay? Raid Noz! Somebody send me a link to his channel or a link to his fucking live stream. Is he live right now? I'll see about that in a second, because I want to thank everybody who came to stream today. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Alright? And I want to thank everybody who liked the stream over on YouTube. Alright? I didn't show the likes, but I still appreciate the people who decided to do it out of the kindness of their heart. And above all else, I want to thank the people who donated. So, that is... Kit Katza is 233, Lizzie, Janky Johnny, Sister Godiva, Guna, Oomphy Killer, Remnant, Simpman, and that is not everybody, because we've got Dicker's Rapist over on Kick to thank as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Inbox. Oh, okay, nice. Inbox. Please tell me it's not more fucking t-shirts, man. Okay, yeah, it's more t-shirts. I'm sorry I girl burst too close to the sun when being mean about chibi dickers. Sad face. Thank you. Alright. Make that t-shirt, wear it, and then I'll forgive you, okay? Thank you to Dicker's Rapist over on Kick as well. Huge W for Dicker's Rapist. Alright. It's just fucking crazy, okay? It's fucking crazy. I'll allow a lot in chat. Just occasionally when people are saying like, yeah, he should have gone harder. Yeah, he should have gone harder. Dude, this guy's such a fucking loser. He couldn't even... TOS, TOS, TOS. Fuck me, lads, alright? We're going a little bit too fucking heavy there, alright? Alright. Redirect. Noz Live. Let me search that in. I'm not getting anything, alright? Okay, over on Kick, I'm going to raid you guys out into J-Stalk. Have fun. Lots of love. We'll see you soon. Bye. Alright. And while I try and find Noz, I'll have a chat with some of you guys over in YouTube chat, alright? Okay, you've sent me the link. Do I just need to subscribe to him? Is that the actual fucking issue? We sent the link, broski. Thank you. Yeah? Okay. Nice. Gonna rate you guys over to Noz. Catch you guys later. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye. Lil Goth ain't even fucking showing up. Okay. I'm just gonna type in the fucking URL. Nice. Lots of love. Bye. See you later. See you later. Bye. Fuck me, man.